All right. What do you guys think? Should we get back at this? Sorry, but no chance. Oh, Peter, you have little faith. Uh, welcome, everybody. Cinnamon in the chat, supporting me as usual. Sakana, hello. Welcome to the stream. Orsko, if you are still there. Arevzia? Oh, my gosh. I think that's one of the ones I'm supposed to remember. It's something a lot simpler than that, but my brain can't remember it because I'm a da-da-da. But welcome, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. We're back. We're back doing some more work for your eyeballs and ear holes to enjoy. I have done work since the last time we all met. Now, a lot of things has happened since the last time we all met. My computer got hacked, so that was a thing. A lot of money later, and a whole lot of work and time, and canceled, content and stuff like that. But hey, I'm back. I'm here. I guess it would be a good thing to go and show you guys kind of what's been done so far. All right, so I have been working in between episodes, so let's get ready to rumble. Exactly, Sakana. It seems like my render distance isn't as good or something like that. That might actually be the case. Remember, I kind of had to reinstall a lot of stuff, so I might have settings all screwed up. But yeah, look at that. Like, that's... Hold on, wait. Options, video settings. Yeah, let's jack this up a little bit to something more ridiculous. Let's go like 20, 22. Okay. Now, the server has a limit to how far it can render. So... like, normally, though, I can kind of see quite a distance, and there's, like, some fog there. I see the elytra still activating randomly on its own whenever I don't want it to. That's pretty special. But, yeah, I'm seeing the parts where it's loading the chunks now over there. I might have to tweak it just a little bit more. Again, having to reinstall everything. What a nightmare. So, does that make it clearer, or is it still atmospheric-y, kind of whatever? I think that's all right. Oh, there's Cinnamon's tree right there. So, Mad Bulldog, hello, welcome, happy Father's Day, thank you so much, and yes, happy Father's Day to all you dads out there. It is the day to celebrate. I am celebrating today with you guys. My kids are camping this weekend. My wife asked me what do I want for Father's Day, and I said I would love a morning to sleep in, and I got it. It was crazy. That's really all I wanted, because I don't remember the last time I got to sleep in. So, that was pretty special. All right. I've been looking around here trying to see where, like, it's loading and stuff. Like, is auto jump on? Oh, no, it's not. Okay, it's just the elytra activating weird. Black Rose, welcome. Hello, do you remember? I'm George. George, see, like, I did remember you. I said, Revzia, that's a name. It's a lot simpler, but I was supposed to remember, but I don't because I'm a da-da-da. So, yeah, it's George. I remembered. All right, so, yeah, well, welcome back. Welcome back, George. Welcome, Black Rose. We're back to doing some building. Now, as you see, this is the penguin area. Boy, does that look a lot different than when you guys last saw it, huh? In fact, this is the Kakapo area over here. All of the trees have been built. They're there. Well, almost all of them. I think I was falling asleep at this point. It's been a couple days since I've been on the server, so I'm kind of trying to remember where I last left off. But look at this. We have... Here, let me pull up the map. It's probably easier that way. All of these trees are in. I do need to finish the foliage on this section right here, but everything over here is done. It's completely done. I do kind of need to do some work over here because around the volcano. Peter, you might have a point. But sorry, but no chance. Because we do have to get all of this vegetation on the right side of the volcano done. All of this stuff down here, though, I did go back and finish. So this is actually all done down here. All the foliage and everything, all the underbrush, it's all finished. So really, the only parts that I was thinking when I made that poll was just this stuff right here, and then maybe I guess I got to do, the underbrush here in this area too, and finish these trees. So there's quite a bit to do. And then I got here and I realized, oh yeah, the entire eastern side of the volcano needs to get done too. That might be the deal breaker. That might be it. I'm hopping on the server in 10 minutes. Nice. We'll see you in 10 minutes then. I will be here. Okay, so there's still quite a bit to do. So maybe Peter might have a point. I think you guys, I think Peter might be right. But anyway, we'll get a lot done. We'll get a lot done today for sure. But new people who join in, don't tell them that. Okay, let them keep voting. So I guess maybe we'll start where I last left off down there. Today it's all about the palm trees, Cinnamon. It's all about the palm trees. All right, so we're gonna be building a bunch of them today, as well as I actually haven't even finished like this right here. This little part, I haven't even closed that off yet, so that's kind of something to do. Something that I need to do. Yeah. So no, the zoo is coming along great. I know a lot of people who've only tuned into the episodes are probably a little peeved because like I haven't done an episode in quite some time, and it's been live streams because of this, because of the foliage issue. It's been live streams because we need to get it done. The foliage issues and building the terrain and putting down all the grass. This has been needed, but it would be the same episode every single time. But at least this way, you guys get to hang out with me. So Cinnamon's like, no! Yes, it's palm trees today. In fact, do I have the stuff with me? I think I might even have the stuff with me. I got some jungle leaves. I got some jungle leaves. Pretty special. What about my palm tree backpack? I have one specifically for this. I got a little bit of stuff. I need some more jungle wood. Do I have more jungle wood is the question. No, I don't. Not here, at least. But Black Rose, or With Rose on the server, has been very kind and been collecting some stuff. I burned through quite a bit of it, actually, already. But she's been doing some resource gathering for me. I greatly appreciate it because it saves me a ton of time. And that's where I got most of the supplies, actually, for the progress that we've made. Oh, there's the elytra just activating randomly on its own. But yeah, let's see her place right here, bam, right there. Got a few shulker boxes full for you with the rose right there. Horseshoe crabs. Oh yeah, I forgot we put the horseshoe crabs, but we also have a maned wolf. We got a lot of stuff to do. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. See, there, she's a powerhouse when it comes to gathering some of this stuff. So, in fact, you know what? I'll grab an extra shulker box of leaves too, because we'll probably need it. All right, so let's go grab a couple of these guys too, because they're probably, well, this one's ready at least, because I burned through a lot of these guys. Inventory. There, we got a full stack and then some. That should last for a little bit. These are just blocks to place for temporary whatevers, like diorite. I finally found a use for diorite. So. Currently busy cleaning out my garage. I'll get on later and get you more. Oh, nice, sweet. Yeah, well, good luck with the garage. That's always a task and a half. I don't like cleaning. I don't like sand. So they let's get back over here and do some tree building. Look at this place, though. Not bad, huh? Now, you see these? Get up high here. You see these red markers? Those are marking out animals that have despawned or disappeared or vanished into the ether because we got rid of Better Animals Plus. So there are some exhibits that need reworking. That'll probably be episodes, actually, because like the reindeer exhibit, for example. The reindeer exhibit is a large exhibit on the first island. It's right here. That needs reworking. You see a little red dot right there? It needs reworking. We don't have anything in it. The crab exhibit doesn't have anything in it. But the horseshoe crab does. We put those back courtesy of With a Rose also. Caught a couple of horseshoe crabs because they actually exist in the ZAWA pack that we have. So there's the lone giraffe still here. We really got to move that guy because he can't stay here. We have a giraffe exhibit already. No, or not the sand. No point in that. Cleaning everything else so that the roof can be replaced. Oh, brutal. But yeah, this is the last natural giraffe that was on the island right here. Some of them were called dinner bone and flipped on their head. This one was not. And he's just chilling here. He's the last of the natural inhabitants minus all of the spiders. I really do have to move him. Maybe I'll make a big thing about that. Big ceremony or whatever. Because, yeah, he's the last. He's the last of his kind. Yeah, I'm looking at you. I'm talking to you. All right, let's sleep the night through, and then we'll get on into daytime here, and then get to building. Yeah. All right, still getting rid of the morning phlegm. I got to sleep in, remember? It's a beautiful thing. All right, let's get rid of most of this stuff because I don't actually need it. I'll use that as a weapon and a tool. Let's get some of the resources out for building. Oh, I need more oak planks, that's for sure. Get a whole bunch of this stuff out. Alright, I need more oak planks. Here's what we're going to do. Slap that down there. Now get out the oak planks. Oak. Let's do one last pink right there. Oak planks. Plenty of them now. Alright, sweet. In fact, let's shoot one back into the chest here. Right, oak planks acquired. We got this. We got that. Let's do it like that. Sure. I'm just getting things organized so I can start building like a boss here. All right, so we'll get another inventory space here after we build one tree because we'll be under a stack of cocoa beans then. So, all right, sweet. So you guys know, if those of you who are Planet Crafter fans, Monday's episode will be coming out. So I'm getting back into the swing of things following the hack. I actually had like a little bit of a vacation because I didn't have anything to do really. So I watched movies. I watched movies. I fell asleep in a chair. It was pretty special. But yeah, it's time to get back into the swing of things. You know, vacation's over. I have, for those of you who are Nations and Nobles fans, which is only about 100 of you, which I greatly appreciate that 100 because it makes it worth it. Because if no one was watching, I'd be like, well, this is the thing I made, and I think it's special. But those of you who are watching Nations and Nobles, you'll be pleased to know that I actually did recover the replay files from our last recording. So that means that I can get to work on get back to work on editing Chapter 10. Which I am currently doing. I actually was working on a visual effects shot yesterday. I am missing some footage from a assistant, the person who was helping out with this. I've already messaged him to hopefully get it, because as soon as I get that footage, it's like the one real, well, there's two, oh, I forgot about the second one. There's two visual effects shots in this episode coming up that I need to work on. One of them is a little bit more complicated than the other, and that more complicated one is the one that I was working on last night, two nights ago. And it looks good. It looks good so far. Oh, yes, I actually do need this thing. Let's shift all this stuff over and add those. There we go. It looks good. It turned out really good. So, I just need to get the extra footage from my first. Oh, I didn't actually finish putting that in place. From the extra, my assistant helping. I can't say who it is yet. Not until after this episode. Then I can talk about it all I want, because this episode, or this chapter, once I'm done with it, this will reveal the monster. Just so you know. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, because you haven't watched it, I'd highly recommend going and watching it. There's a playlist in my playlist section called Nations and Nobles. You can skip the live streams if you're just going for the story. The live streams are the Let's Play portion of it, where we build the sets. So yeah, go check it out. It's a story. It's a Minecraft movie, and you can tell me whether it's better or worse than the actual Minecraft movie. One of them was made with millions and millions of dollars, and the other one was made with nothing, with no money whatsoever. Actually, that's not true. I think I paid like what is it, 25, 40 bucks a month to Adobe to use After Effects. So technically, that's the budget. So, yeah. Go be the judge for yourself, though. Tell me which one's better. But yeah, get used to the palm tree build here. If you guys want a palm tree tutorial, I know Cinnamon's been bugging me for years for one. This is definitely going to be your live stream. Who's the top chat? I believe Cinnamon is still actually the top chat. Let's get over here and actually go pay a little respect to those who have contributed during these live streams. Anyone who does a super chat of any amount, or even a super like sticker or thanks or whatever, like if you do it on one of the videos, I'll get you added on here too. But anyone who does a super chat of any amount will get their name added to the billboard of sponsors right here. And a big shout out to these fine folks out there: Peter, Todd, Tennican, Ankle, Captain Craig, Kithron, Diamonds in the Rough, Fanny, our very own Corey, Nickel Plays, Emperor Dittos, our very own and one and only, the best spice ever, Cinnamon, Big Baloo, the Bear, HT Plays, Mika Hunter, Mr. Bubbles McGee, I love that name, Ace Yotter, Black Rose, our very own Black Rose, Mad Bulldog, big old shout out to him too. Let's give him a wave. Soul Empress 84, Tier Nors, and Cinnamon again, because Cinnamon currently holds the top super chat. All right, so the deal is with the top super chat, in case you guys don't know, whoever does the top super chat for the season will get to decide whether we do ZAWA season 4 next season, or whether we do some type of Jurassic Craft season where we get dinosaurs. Probably make a dinosaur zoo. All right, so Cinnamon is currently in the lead with $364.85. That's insane. But there we go. That he's still the top dog. So if you want to beat him, it's going to take $364.86. Even if it's 1 penny more, it'll still count. Big old shout out to all of you guys who have supported the zoo financially, and those of you who have just watched and enjoyed the series. I big old thank you to you as well, because honestly, that does pay off. I mean, it does pay off for me, like big time too. Because one, algorithm pushes it, more people see it, stuff like that, and two, there's this thing called ad revenue that actually does. I mean, it's really only pennies, but it trickles in when there's enough people watching. So it's worth it. It is absolutely worth it, and all that helps me then, pay for my kids and. My kids and apparently my dental visits. That's the thing that's still going on. My quest to knock out as many of my teeth as possible. Yeah, that's all something that's still going on. So, not to mention, I recently found out my car got totaled. That's another thing that I'm working through, but I'll get through that too. Let me just make this one like a short little stubby tree. Yeah, my car got totaled. For those of you who are in my Discord, you'll remember this hailstorm I got caught in. Yeah, the damages apparently to the vehicle are too much for the insurance to want to cover it, so they're just going to buy out the rest of the vehicle. So that's it. So right now I'm driving it until it's dead, and then we'll go from there. But I might be having a look at purchasing a new vehicle here coming up too. So there's life expenditures suck. I don't like money. Money I see as like a necessary evil, but I'd rather just like not have to worry about it really. This adult thing sucks. So, I say that, but let's be real here. Everyone thinking back to their childhood, yeah, it was fun, but I mean that's just because somebody else was paying for it. So this is like parents and stuff, we're paying for it. So being an adult though is awesome. You get to do your own thing. So you just got to pay for it, unfortunately. I say that as I'm playing video games. I hear a motorcycle going by outside. It's been kind of weird weather. My dog Abby is currently outside right now, so I have to try to keep an eye on that, so that if a storm rolls through, which happened yesterday, I felt so bad. I was down here working on Planet Crafter actually, and almost jumped. Oh, I did jump off right there. Dang it. It's the last one I need to get. Nope. Yep. But I felt so bad. It started raining, and I didn't get on it right away. So she was out there for a few minutes, getting soaking wet. And so I heard her barking, and I went upstairs like, "Oh my gosh, it's raining!" I didn't know. So yeah, I got her inside, dried her off. She went and moped in the bedroom. Then she's like, "How dare you?" Be honest, honestly, when I'm the only one here, she always mopes anyway. She's like, where's the kids? Where's mom? All that stuff like that, It's like, oh, it's you. So, actually, she's a good girl, but yeah, for some reason, her habit around me is to mope. So, all right. So, got a couple more trees to build here. I got them all plotted out still. Get this one knocked out real quick. What time is it? It's getting close to nighttime, so I'm going to want to move quickly. Let's just stop it right here. Move quickly so that I have a place to put down my bed up here. So I started doing it this way, with placing a temporary block there, because it was easier than having it. It makes me not have to come back up here to remove things. Of which I like that shortcut a little bit better. What do we got down there? Oh, those are the emus down there, aren't they? Yeah, those are the things that are gonna rip me a new one if I fall in there with them. Just gotta know what kind of hazards I'm dealing with. Alright, let's get the bed out here real quick. Take a little power nap inside of the tree. Now, Mad Bulldog, I believe, is either working on or already finished with, or one of those things, another Jeopardy round. He's the guy who hosted the Jeopardy round a few few months back now, or a year ago. I don't know. It's been a while. It's been a long while, but I believe he's getting round 2 up and running. It's where I get to really showcase off how little I actually know about animals. It's true though. Like I'm not an animal expert. I know a lot of people who watch the series and stuff. They love animals and it's their big thing, and so they come and watch me, and then here's me, this dirt-ditter who doesn't know a thing about them, building this huge zoo. But that's the way it is. Like I don't know anything about animals. I just like playing Minecraft, and so in doing this, I've learned quite a bit about animals. But you know, I'm not an animal expert by any means. There's some animals I've learned about that I didn't even know existed, like opakis. Remember those things in season 2? The weird giraffe, horse, zebra thing that had like the zebra butt, but it had the head of a giraffe. I honestly thought that it was photoshopped, but no. Apparently it's a real thing. It's a real animal. All right. Do this without falling off the edge. Same thing here. Oh boy. Come on, you got it. Alright, there we go. Another palm tree down. Bam. Now, there's 2 more over here, I think. Oh no, there's a doubler. There's a doubler over here too. Alright, I'll finish this little peninsula first. So, here, let's talk movies. I like talking movies while we're doing this here. I have not gotten to the movies in a while. Yeah, I'm a little upset by that. But, you know, life and this YouTube channel and stuff sometimes interferes with the running off to the movies. So, but I have heard that there is a Masters of the Universe movie that is doing horribly right now as far as box office. But all the critics that I usually listen to and stuff, the ones that I kind of pay attention to, they are usually pretty harsh on films and stuff. They actually have kind of said that this is pretty good, and it's a shame that it's not doing as good as it is, because or the shame that it's performing the way it is, because they said it's actually just kind of a lot of fun, which gives me hope. I used to watch like Masters of the Universe or He-Man and stuff back in the day. That was more my time frame, you know. But I wasn't like a huge diehard fan or nothing like that, so it's not like I'm like, again, not rushing to the theaters to see it. Like as soon as the Zelda movie hits theaters, I'm going to be there butts in seats watching it. Even if it's a horrible movie, I will be there and I'll love it. But so this one though, I'm not like hugely dedicated to or nothing like that, but it is kind of fun, and I heard they did it fairly well, so I might actually try to make time to go see it if it's still in theaters here. But it's always just a matter of time when. So let's see. I'm actually finished with the second round, so good to host another whenever you want. Oh, sweet. Also, that animal is Okapi, but currently in the works of my escape room temple. Nice. He's building an escape room. That is awesome. Yeah, this server, in case you guys are wondering, the server is still going to be up and running for quite a while. If I were to finish the zoo today, I would try to keep the server up and running for about a year so that people can finish their builds and their projects and stuff. So even if you joined today and I got done with my zoo and stuff, you could still have time to build your zoo and whatnot. So the server is open to my patrons. There's a little tier or whatever that you got to get to, whatever. I think it's like the $5 tier. It's not very expensive, but yeah, it's open to my patrons to come and play and enjoy and build a zoo. Once you do that, though, I had a comment recently, somebody asking how to get on the server, so that's why I'm going into an in-depth explanation. But once you do, you just have to link your Discord, and you can join my Discord group that way. And then then drop your name in the whitelist channel under ZAWA, and one of our admins will get to it. Currently not me, though, because I'm still actually locked out of that post-hack. I got to talk with Bayfish on that. I guess I'm good to come back now. But yeah. Although I can take care of it in-game, though, I believe, too. So that's another way that I can do it instead of going through the console. What am I looking at here? Did I forget to put the... I did. They did. It's supposed to be right here. There we go. Now this one. This one's gonna be fun. Get out of the bird exhibit. They'll eat me alive. Alright, I did get one place there, so it should be easier now. There we go. Alright, another tree down. Oh. I heard something. There's an opacac. Or there's a kakapo. That might be opacac, actually. Let's go say hi. Are you opacac? No, you're Gizmo. Where's opacac? No, I'm seeing things underneath here too, so finding opacac might be a little bit of a trick. Because there's fish underneath here. There's water underneath this exhibit. I see that one. I thought he was over here. Oh yeah, right there. There's opacac. Love those little guys. Critically endangered, but whatever. Purple, welcome to the stream. We are building some trees. That's what we're up to. How's the story building going? I did comment already on Nations and Nobles, and I know you're a fan of that. So, but the good news is, short and sweet version. Got all the files. We can continue working on Nations and Nobles. And in fact, I was last night, 2 nights ago, working on one of the visual effects shots for the next episode. And I got it all done, minus just one bit of footage I'm missing from somebody who was helping out, a mysterious helper who I will reveal later, because it involves the monster. But even if he doesn't get it to me right away, it's not the end of the world. I have other parts that I can edit together, including one other visual effects shot. So I got some time. Peak wrote a convo for a future scene, and I also voice acted it, so just for funsies. Sorry, how good it was. It is kind of fun. Like, so voice acting, I get a kick out of this, all right? Because like, there's nobody in Nations and Nobles that's a professional voice actor. That's just us. That's just us playing. So is it cheesy? It can be in parts. But are we getting the story across? Yeah, I think we're doing all right. But yeah, voice acting is fun because it's just so weird. You're pretending you're somebody else. I guess in my weird case, I'm being me, but I still have a scripted like dialogue that I'm following. So I'm acting like myself. If that makes any sense. Keep thinking it's later than it actually is, but the volcano kind of blocks the sun, so. Now, I don't exactly know how long the stream is going to go today, because yesterday I was having some pretty interesting back issues. So, and it was all stemming from just sitting for a length of time. I had to get up and walk around, actually go lay down. So if my back starts acting up again, then maybe I'll have to call it quits a little bit earlier than usual, but that's just because I'm physically struggling. I still have to edit tomorrow's episode of Planet Crafter. I have it recorded. I have to edit it, though, so maybe I can get one of those like, standing desks, you know? Yeah, I stretched back and I heard some fun cracking in my back. I thought it was all good because it just relieved some pressure. And then all of a sudden, when I got around to moving around, I was like, you know, this doesn't feel that great anymore. I think I just stretched, broke my back, and now I'm trying to function. I got build quick again because, once again, the sun is setting. Nope, not that. Nope, bad. Nope, not that. Nope, bad. Well, no, kind of got it. I'm like trying to rush and it's caused me to mess it up. Nah, it's probably good enough for right now. It's snooze. I love the voice acting. It is a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. Oh yes, there's voice acting also in Planet Crafter, and Cinnamon actually has done that as well. So Cinnamon is council member 3, I believe, from the evil Sentinel Corps. His last appearance, I believe, was also in episode 1 of season 7. He was the guy investigating toxicity. So just like one episode from what's already released, one episode ago from what's already out there. Oh, I want to talk about one fun thing that I've been having an absolute blast doing. So apparently the FIFA World Cup is going on here in the U.S. and a lot of people from around the world, especially Europeans, are coming over here to watch it because it's a huge sport for Europe. It's not actually all that big in the United States, but I mean we're hosting it along with Canada and Mexico, and a lot of Europeans are experiencing American culture now for the first time, which I think a lot of them have been told that it doesn't exist, or that it's like Wild West and everyone's just shooting each other with guns or whatever, and they think that it's just kind of chaos and crazy and whatever, and there's nothing interesting. Well, they're finding out that that maybe they weren't exactly told the truth about this place, because it turns out that there's quite a bit of culture here, and there's fun little things like our food and whatnot that they're enjoying now, especially those folks down in Texas. Oh my God, the brisket that they're having down there. So but yeah, they're all enjoying the hell out of the country. It's because there's a whole lot of stuff still never going to the U.S. You should. I mean, that's the thing, is people should actually go on a trip to the U.S. and just go on a vacation. If you're into nature or wildlife, go out to like Yosemite, okay? Head out there, go see the Rocky Mountains, go see the natural parks we have there. Just so you guys are aware, because people don't really grasp, I think, sometimes the size of the U.S. But you're gonna have to pick a place and go see it. It's not like you can take a 45-minute drive and go see another place because it's all gonna be the same place. We have, like, for example, we have a national park in Alaska that's bigger than the UK. Okay, the entirety of it. So Canada's better. I have been to Canada. I've actually enjoyed the hell out of Canada too. Like I went fishing up in Canada. I also did a big cross-country ski race up in Canada too. Had a lot of fun up there. There's a lot of really beautiful. Oh, and I also went up to British Columbia way back when I was younger. A lot of really beautiful things up in Canada too. So if you're into outdoorsy stuff, there's that too. But yeah, like people are noticing some things, especially when they're coming over from England in that area, is that things are a lot cheaper over here. That's something that's blowing them away, is the prices are significantly cheaper. I remember seeing one guy, I don't think he was from England, but there's one guy who was blown away. He went to like Olive Garden, okay, which isn't anything fine dining for us. It's just like a regular stuff. And Igloo, hello, welcome to the stream. But he went to like Olive Garden, and they just, you have free refills there. So like you buy a soda and they'll just fill it up when you're done if you want another one. And it still just costs one thing, and that just blew his mind. He was blown away by that. Yeah, he's like, I can fill this up 1,000 times, and the guy he's with is like, yeah, but you won't drink 1,000 of them. He's like, oh, you don't know me. I'm like, that's the spirit. But yeah, he was just pounding the Coca-Cola. So, but yeah, people are having a blast. And they should just enjoy the hell out of it while you're here. I mean, you're on vacation. You're here to watch some sports. Do your thing, And it's not just that the Europeans are experiencing American culture. Americans are now getting to party with like the Scots and stuff. Everyone's having a blast. So yeah, it's just good old-fashioned fun. And I hear, actually, like I said, I'm not a huge, well, I guess it's football in the world everywhere outside the U.S. and here in the U.S. it's soccer, but I'm not a huge soccer fan because it's not as big of a sport. In fact, I kind of fell out of sports a while ago. I used to watch football a lot, or American football, but I kind of since have kind of fallen out of that too. So now I just play video games. Gorilla Gaming, hello, welcome to the stream. We're talking about the FIFA stuff going on, just because I'm loving the vibes. I'm loving the absolute vibes of the whole thing. Everyone's just having a blast. Everyone's partying. I get a kick out of watching like the videos of people coming to Walmart. Like Walmart is not a big deal for an American, obviously, but for other people who maybe come from a smaller area that doesn't have like a super center, that's crazy. So. One of the funniest is Europeans reacting to Texas Buc-ee's. Yeah, exactly. Gas station. It's a full-service convenience store. They never thought a petrol station could sell so much merch. Exactly. Yeah, they have their own mascot. So, yeah, it is awesome. It's just awesome to see. I'd say some people are saying, "Hey, can we do this like every year? Can we just get the Europeans to come over here every year and just party with us? That'd be great." So, no, I gotta enjoy it, I guess I can. I mean, I don't know when the next time FIFA is gonna be back in the U.S., so. They're also getting to experience the stadiums in the U.S. on their full scale. I love sports, especially horse racing and football or soccer. Nice, yes. Yeah, well, this is the great time to be alive then right now because of, the whole FIFA thing going on. So, if you're into soccer, then this is definitely the moment for you. Oh, I already have that one down. Right there. Did I get all of them? I didn't get this one because it's kind of hard to reach. But maybe if I believe. There we go. But yeah, it's just great. It's just awesome. And the flyovers are the other thing that people aren't really used to. I'm not a sports fan except for hockey. Hockey swag, truly. Yeah, no, there's a lot of really great moments in hockey too. I was watching some of those too, especially like when the national anthems are being sung and like the mic cuts out and everyone starts singing it. I saw that for not only an American national anthem, but there's one that was going on in New York, and they always sing it's in Buffalo, I think it was. They always sing the Canadian national anthem, even though there wasn't a Canadian team playing, but they always sing it there because they're right on the border, kind of they're real up close to Canada. And so while they're singing it cut out on the Canadian national anthem, and the Americans just finished singing it, the guys in the crowds. So, because they knew it, that's part of their whole tradition is that they sing the Canadian national anthem too. So, and since the singer wasn't able to, the crowds, they got you. But yeah, it's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome to see. When I watched Inside Out 2, I was upset because the hockey wasn't accurate. Yeah, no, I don't think hockey was the point of Inside Out, though. That was the whole thing. That was just the thing that she was eating. I didn't actually see the second one. I just remember seeing that in the trailers. I saw the first one, I remember. But yeah, that was. I think that was more of what's going on in her head was the important, or was what they were focusing on at least. So, does this have roots? Did I put down roots here? I didn't put down roots. That's what these things on the ground are roots, in my eyes, at least. But yeah, people are experiencing the stadiums here in the United States. Oh my gosh, like I don't think it's anything you guys have ever really seen before. There's like a lot of really big stadiums, but they're usually for extraordinarily massive events. So at first, when people were first coming over here and they were saying, "Hey, yeah, we're gonna put you in this high school stadium for your practice field," and some people are like, "How dare they relocate the number 6 team in the world to a high school stadium?" And then you go see it, and you're like, "Oh." Yeah, it's our high school stadiums, especially since like football is kind of big in Texas too. It's kind of big everywhere. A lot of times the stadiums for high schools are impressive, like really impressive. College is even more impressive. NFL is next level. So yeah, you get to see some really interesting places here. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just enjoying the hell out of it, seeing everybody having a blast. So, hey, GReimer, do you have some gunpowder for rockets I could borrow? I mean, I do have some gunpowder. Let me... No, it's not nighttime yet. Sure. Let me finish getting these parts down, and then I'll get them hooked up. Now, by borrow, I'm assuming he means just have. But, let me finish getting this one built. But yeah, no, seriously, it is an absolute... Everyone's just having an absolute party. It is great. But yeah, the scale, again, the scale, if you guys are planning ever to come to the United States and actually have a vacation or whatever, just keep in mind that it is way bigger than most people realize. You'd have to spend months, maybe a year or so, if you wanted to go on a tour of, like, see it all type thing. Like, it is that big. In fact, I don't even know if a year would be enough. You're going to have to pick out a destination you want to go to and then go tour it, and then that'll be your trip. So, but if anyone ever makes it up to Wisconsin, you know, if everyone's coming to Wisconsin, that's where I reside. It's not a big tourist attraction other than camping and fishing and outdoor stuff. That's kind of big up around here, especially even in the wintertime. They get around to like doing a lot of snowmobiling and whatnot up here. That's usually what the big draw is up here, is the naturey outdoor stuff. But yeah, I hail from Wisconsin, so everyone's like, oh, the place with the cheese. We're not even the biggest dairy producer in the U.S., but that's what our reputation is. So, but yeah, definitely worth paying a visit to anywhere. Just pick a spot. All of it has its own unique kind of culture and feeling to it, so. I saw another video where they're covering the Midwest, which is where Wisconsin is, and they said, they said that the Midwest is a lot like the hospitality you feel in the South, like the Southern hospitality, but it's just a little bit. It's just got a different feel to it, but it's like that, where everyone's really nice, and always will look out for you, but it's just got a different vibe to it because it's not the South. It's the cold, like frozen North. Oh, and the heat is the other thing that a lot of the European teams are kind of having to cope with. I heard some criticism because, you know, there's going to be a lot of like commercial breaks and stuff, and people said that was going to be for, you know, getting more ads because silly Americans and stuff like that. You know, but the thing is that the ad breaks are done so that the teams can hydrate, because if you thought it was hot where you're coming from, well, some of these places, I mean, some people are playing down in Texas, and it's a different kind of heat down there, so. I don't think people are quite used to that. So don't forget to try the cheese curds. Exactly. Yeah, that's weird. Like, our specialty isn't like well, let's be real here. It's Wisconsin. We're the drunkest state in the United States. So let's see if I can't get to my place. I don't know if he just came over and snagged gunpowder or what, but I gotta go make some more rockets anyway too. So I'll come back, give him a stack or so. Ow, faceplant. But yeah, our specialty is mainly beer. We like to drink in Wisconsin, like a lot. We have our own what was it, a brewery association because of it. Like, it's kind of insane. And I mean, the people who settled in Wisconsin were like the Germans and stuff. So you know where we get it from. I see gunpowder. I think. I'm getting a little low myself, so I watched you fly above me. Oh yeah, there he is. I see him on the map. Hoop. Coming up. Hi. Oh, sweet. You gave me a piece of chicken. Totally worth it. I do have to make some more myself, so. Piece of chicken. Totally worth it. No problem. Chicken that cooked in there too. I am actually running out of cooked chicken. I'm gonna have to switch to bread or something for a while here, because my go-to whenever I ran low on cooked chicken, I let the farm, because the farm isn't always loaded. That's why it's not producing as much as before. When I was working over here, it was producing a bunch of chicken, and now I'm not working over here. But the farm is right here, and it ain't keeping up. It ain't keeping up with production because it's never really loaded. So, oh, there's a chicken in there. Look at that. Let's see if I can get that guy out of there without letting all of them out. He's trying to walk forward. I don't want to do that. Huh. I don't know how I'm gonna get that one guy out of there. Maybe I can drop him at the bottom. That might work. Yes. Gotcha. Alright, I need inventory space. Grab that stuff. Okay, sweet. There we go. Fixed it. But yeah, highly recommend people come and actually visit the United States if you get a chance. Like I said, pick a spot that you want to go to. Pick it based on what you're interested in. We literally have everything. Like, so, if you're interested in the city life, we got that. If you're interested in the country life, what kind? Are you talking like mountains? Are you talking like the plains or the forest? Or what do you look for? The desert? What are you looking for? Because we got that too. So like, whatever you're looking for, you can come and experience the culture around here. You're gonna have a blast. Personally, I think it's fun whenever people go see like Mount Rushmore up in the Dakotas, because they see it and you see pictures of that thing all the time. You know, if you're looking at what's one of the things that's most landmark thing over the U.S., it's Mount Rushmore. You know, well you see it and it looks a lot smaller than you'd realize. It is. That's because all the pictures of it are taken like from a helicopter close up and stuff. But it is the side of a mountain, so it's like this, because I've seen it a couple of times. It is the side of a mountain, so you do have to kind of keep in mind that the scale is farther away from where the viewing area is, and it's a big carving. It's a big statue. I'm stuck in the block for a second there. I thought it was a legit black chicken. Oh yeah. No, it's the shadowy kind of look. Oh, he threw some more chicken down the hole there. Look at that. Bam. I actually do need some of this. Here, let's take half that. Because I am going to make some more rockets as well. Do you guys know, yeah, you probably have seen this before, but do you know where I get my gunpowder? Let's make sure I have some arrows. Yeah, okay. I get my gunpowder from down here. Because we don't really have a gunpowder farm. I think Mega Grand had one somewhere. I have no idea where it is. And even if I did, I lost all my waypoints. So, but right there, that's where I get my gunpowder. From right there. So over here, it's far enough away from all my stuff. I give these guys a little pop, and then I go in and I slash them, and then I slash them. I got 5 gunpowder, just like that. So I come down here every once in a while and I just farm some gunpowder. Oh, look at that. See, there's more. So that place is set up so that only creepers can spawn there. That's why there's only creepers spawning there. Now, I'm going to have to kill that one because there's the one right behind it. I was trying to only draw the attention of one of them, but oh darn. So what do we have? 13 gunpowder just like that. I need 2 more and I can actually make another stack, or almost a stack of rockets. I hear more slimes doing their little bouncy thing in there. They're getting wrecked. Got any showing up? Any just appearing magically? It shouldn't take too long. They actually do appear pretty often. Sometimes if I just walk away, they show up. This is my deep storage. This is where the volcano actually came from, right here. The volcano now rests in these chests, the one that we dug out to form the actual volcano. Now look at all this basalt. I think there's stone in some of this stuff too, and there's black sand, and yeah, it's kind of crazy. There's a lot more creepers down there now. Holy cow. Oh, I didn't mean to actually kill that one. I meant to hit the guy behind him. I don't remember which ones I've hit and which ones I haven't now. Yeah, I was like, I don't think I've hit that one yet. I did now, though. Oh, missed him completely. Mad Bulldog's down here. I think I might have hit this one. Nope, I did not. You'll notice, though, that all of this wood here that's making up the trapdoors and the planks and stuff, it's all pine wood. Guess where I got it from? Good old Cinnamon's Forest. So Cinnamon's Forest is the thing that's fueling my my gunpowder collection. Moral support. There, so I already got over half a stack of gunpowder, just like that. Wham. Oh, a gapple. He had a gapple. Look at that. Wham, and some diamonds. Oh, yeah, I'll take it. Unlike Nations and Nobles, I'm actually not super wealthy on this server. I have a very limited amount of diamonds. I haven't gone and collected more, so like I don't have a ton of cash. Like in Nations and Nobles, my entire basement is the walls and the floors and the ceilings are diamond blocks. So I'm just low. I'm completely missed on that one. I just completely missed again. Yeah, so I'm loaded on Nations and Nobles, but not so much on here. Up to 35. That's definitely enough to make some more rockets. Oops. Elytra activated and screwed me up, so it happens. How's the slime farm going, though? Payment for your powder donation. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got some slime blocks. Yeah, that's working really well. Whee! Yeah, Gapple. Do I have one of these things yet? Oh, I do. I actually have a couple of them. Look at that. We'll add a fine addition to my collection. Alright, let's make this into some paper and then into some gunpowder that we just collected. Fresh gunpowder. But yeah, that's where I get all my gunpowder. That's where I've been collecting this entire season is down there. It used to just be a regular mob farm, but then it changed, so I'm off to get mad at redstone. Have fun. Yeah, redstone to me, I have a love-hate relationship with redstone. I love it because of the things it can make, but I hate it because I suck at it. Alright. I guess we gotta get back to the tree building, huh? There's no avoiding it now that we have enough rockets and stuff. Alright, let's get this stuff back in order here. Actually, hold on, no, this has to stay there. This goes there, bink like that. Sure, we'll go with that. Decent setup. There is a whale right there. Saw it as we went blowing past. Okay, do we have all the trees built over here? No, not the doubler. We didn't finish the doubler. I was reading chat and I just fell off a cliff. My profession is a witch. I make potions. Alright, so the doubler, huh? Let's get these things put in place. The coconuts. Nope, not there. More trees for Cinnamon. I know they're his favorite. Building this tree in record speed. Tease it. Got it. That's kind of a tough jump to make. Okay. Good, good. Let's trim the logs here off of this. Including that one. Good. Okay, there we go. Now the doubler. So the next tree will be a little bit taller. But it looks like I have to go out this way, otherwise I won't be able to get away from the other tree. Out of sheer necessity, the tree grew this way, which also makes sense in real life because some trees try to go towards the sun, you know, so they're gonna steer away from places where the sun's blocked. All right. So it's got to go on the other side of that. Another tricky one to place. So it's a problem when you get going with these trees when they're intertwined like this, is getting the pattern down even when the other trees are in the way. So it's got to go right here. Now, I did not get this one at all. Oop, didn't make it. Dang it. I was trying to step on that one little ledge there, but it was too difficult to get in there. Did I get all of them though? Did I accidentally pull it off? Better to be lucky than good, I always say. I did not, right there. That's supposed to be there. That's supposed to be there. Okay, got it. Oh, on the topic of the scale of the U.S. too, a lot of the Europeans are finding out now why most Americans, I'd say, or at least a lot of Americans, don't actually have a passport, because you don't need one. I mean, that's the simple answer. You just don't need one. You just don't need one. Like, well, what if you want to go experience something else? What if you want to travel? It's like, yeah, they say travel outside your country. Well, then you're going to need a passport. That's true. So if I wanted to go to, I don't know, anywhere else, you know, outside of the U.S., I would need a passport. Other than I think Canada, you can go to still without a passport. So if I wanted to go to Germany, yeah, I'd obviously need a passport. But if you're saying, like, you know, where do you guys go on vacation? We usually go here in the U.S. There's tons of places to go. And it's not like, well, it's the same culture though. No, it's not. Though. That's the thing either. Like, it's wildly different. So. I never traveled. I saw it. Yeah, that's true. No, that, like, I don't even have a passport. I could have got one this year because the rest of the family is going to Japan later in the year. But my wife has her sister lives over there with her husband. Their husband's military and he's stationed over there. So, but yeah, so the kids all have them now, and my wife has them for that trip specifically. But up until then, she never had one either. And you know, like, because. Why would you need one? You don't need one to travel between the states, so you just drive there or you fly there if you want. Yeah, like whatever. But yeah, that's the thing, is in the U.S. we really don't have passports because we just don't need them. Unless we intend on traveling outside of the U.S. But I mean, it's just crazy because of how many places you can go. Every vacation I've taken, bar for from the one that the Army sent me on, has been within the country or to Canada. So like, and when I went on the one for the military, you don't need a passport for that either because you're in the military. that's your ability to travel type thing. So Japan, I gotta go to Tokyo Disney. The prices are cheaper, however the food is a mixed bag. Some foods are delish, others are meh. Yeah, that's basically here too. I mean, we got a lot of really good tasting food here in the U.S. and then there's other things though that you might want to just steer clear of. I think that's also interesting. One thing that I actually saw one person covering is how the topic of like fast food in the U.S. People think that all Americans do is just eat fast food. Well, we do have a lot of fast food restaurants, but that's not all we eat. I mean, we do actually buy things from the store and cook them at home more often than not. But occasionally it's like, I don't have time to make dinner tonight. Let's just go grab some Arby's or something like that, or we'll just go get the kids some kids meals from McDonald's or whatever. Like we just don't have time to take care of something, so we'll just do the short and easy, simple thing. But it's not all the time. But as people have come over here, they've been eating the fast food now too, and like they're blown away by things like Taco Bell and Chick-fil-A and stuff like that. And but one thing that I saw one of the European guys say is that that shadow throws me off all the time. The one European guy was saying is that McDonald's actually was a bit of a disappointment to him because apparently, and this is something I want brought to the U.S. immediately. Apparently, McDonald's over in England is much better, and I wish we would have that because no, McDonald's over here is like your bog standard. Like you, I think they should change the motto from I'm loving it to get your fat on. That's really what you're doing when you're going there. So I'd rather be in Norway. I would not mind visiting Norway, actually. That does sound like fun. But yeah, I think they should just change the motto to get your fat on. That's basically what it is here in the U.S. when it comes to McDonald's. It's not what you call a delicacy. If you're looking for a good burger, don't go to McDonald's. That's not where you want to go. Here in the Midwest, we have a place called Culver's, which actually makes some really good burgers. But they are more known for their frozen custard. So they don't use just like milk for making ice cream or anything like that. They don't really have ice cream. They have frozen custard. So it's extremely smooth. Like it's extremely smooth whenever you eat this stuff. And they have all sorts of types of flavors and stuff. They're ridiculously good. And they also have cheese curds there, and then they make their burgers. They like grill them with butter and stuff. It's like so good. Oh. So if you're ever in the Midwest and you see a Culver's, stop by, get yourself something to eat, and get yourself some dessert. So how the Golden Girls doing? There's a butt. There's another butt. There's a third butt. Where's the fourth butt? I do have 4 in here somewhere. Oh, it's back there. 3 there, 1 there. The Golden Girls. But yes, the answer to why Americans are so fat has been answered. It's because our food is delicious. We eat a lot of it. And we have a lot of it. So. And the portion sizes are ridiculous. Alright, I think we're done as far as trees over there. So now we got to get onto... I mean, this little peninsula stretch here needs a tree or 2 put on it. It doesn't even have to be too many because this is a really narrow bit of land. So I think a lot of this can just be foliage on the ground. But then we got to go build more trees around Cinnamon's tree over here. And then I got to finish the terrain in this area. I think instead of focusing on the volcano at all on this stream, I'm going to focus just on these open areas that I originally thought. Try to get the trees put down, get the foliage down there. So let's not dawdle. Enough about this food because I'm making myself hungry. Let's put one there. We'll space these out a little bit further. Put one there. I don't want to space them out too far, otherwise it's going to look weird and unnatural. And then this is where we start getting close to the volcano, which means we can kind of throw a couple of them actually a little closer together over here. One right there too, and maybe one leaning over right here. Yeah, that should be good. Oh, So just so you guys know, I have actually wrote a custom song for the zoo. And the fact that most of it is unhealthy, whereas the other country's food that everyone loves is in fact healthy and they don't get obese. It's the portion size. It's not that it's unhealthy, it's the portion size. I mean, obviously, the more calories, the more you eat. So it's the portion size that here in the U.S. people get are a lot bigger than other places. Because honestly, like the ingredients themselves, it sort of depends on where you get it, you know. Because like if you go to like Walmart, for example, and you just pick up some stuff there, you look at the ingredients that are inside it, you're like, this is like not good. Yeah. But if you go to like a Whole Foods sale place or whatever like that, like or any other place there, we have organic supermarkets over here as well. You can pick them up there, and then it's just straight up the raw material. There's no anything mixed in there. So you can eat healthy in the U.S. if you want to. It's kind of your choice. It's just that it turns out that the other stuff is way tastier. It turns out a lot of the time. So it's entirely possible to eat healthy, though. But then again, like I said, butter burgers. I mean, holy cow. Gonna be a tall tree right here. It's a standalone one, too. There's nobody around it, so I got a lot of sunlight. Yeah, that's the thing, though, is that most of the people who are coming over here and witnessing it now are realizing that a lot of what they've been told about the U.S. just flat out isn't true. And they're witnessing it now, so, I mean, it is what it is. Welcome to the wonderful world of propaganda. They use it because it works. I don't know. I've always heard about it too, but I'm just like, you know what? It is what it is. What am I supposed to do about it? I'm just a YouTuber. My point still stands 100%. Like they don't get obese. Yes, if you don't eat as much food, you do tend to not get obese. That is true. The other thing that people are having a blast with down in Texas are is like the ribs and the brisket and stuff, the barbecues that they're having down there. Some of these places apparently don't have easy access to beef, or it's really expensive, whereas in the U.S. we have just a crap load of it. So yeah, we just indulge on that. Indeed, when visitors first go to Japan, I do want to go to Japan, kind of like, I mean, I could have with this trip. Like, I'd love to see it, but I gotta admit, the Army really turned me away from like traveling, like camping and traveling. It's like, do you want to go stay in a tent? It's like, I've kind of done that. I don't really like that. Yeah, you want to go spend 18 hours on a flight with 3 screaming kids? Nah, you know, I'm good. I'm good, actually. I'd rather not. So, but they are stunned at the portion sizes. Even McDonald's hamburgers and Starbucks coffee are served in what we think is a mini. Yeah, it's true. I mean, it is the portion sizes. So I don't exactly see what would be so bad about that. I mean, you can always temper yourself if you'd like, or not, and just lead an unhealthy life. I mean, if that's what you want to do. It's the reason why it's called the land of the free. You get to choose it, not somebody else choose it for you. I guess that's the real big difference that people are noticing, is that here in the U.S., the people are primarily the ones in charge. Obviously, the government does what government does, but the people primarily are the ones in charge. That's why we have such lax restrictions on things, because people can choose to do whatever they wish. So, I went to a Japanese restaurant and ordered udon. That portion size is crazy. I have not actually had that before. I've gone to a couple of Japanese restaurants. I went to one in Kuwait City when I was in Kuwait. Right on the Persian Gulf. But yeah, I don't remember what I got. That was years ago. Oh, that was a fail and a half. Let's just fix all of this. There we go. go. Let's try this again. Strike one. Now, it is crazy when you get out and go see other parts of the world, though, because, yeah, you do find out, and this is the same case for me when I went to, like, the Middle East and stuff. You do find out that a lot of what you're told is just wildly inaccurate. It's just wildly inaccurate. It's either leaning too heavily into, like, a stereotype that applies to some people, or it's just straight up propaganda designed to make you not be upset that you don't have those things, or vice versa, or realize that maybe you do, or whatever. I don't know. It is crazy. I think noodles or something. It's like, yeah, I'm not too sure. I'd have to look it up. I've said multiple times in this channel, I'm an uncultured swine, so I don't know these things. Now, but again, I'd highly recommend people at least make it a point to try to at least visit the U.S. somewhere, and just pick a spot somewhere and just come see for yourself. You'll find it's kind of a bit of a party. I have relatives that live in Australia, and they came and visited us in northern Wisconsin in the middle of winter. So that was an experience. So northern Wisconsin is like, it's very similar to Canada, I guess I'd say, is what it is, if I'm going to compare it to a place in the world where it's heavily forested, and there's in the winter especially, there's a hell of a lot of snow, and we don't have any large cities in northern Wisconsin either. So we do have some towns, but not large cities. So the largest city you'd have to drive for over an hour just to get to. Yeah, it's very kind of secluded, you know. But what we specialize in, again, is like beer and and like, so we have more bars in Wisconsin than we do grocery stores. Okay, so just to put that into perspective. I wish that was not a real stat, but that is absolutely a real stat. So I gotta sleep the night through before the creepers show up. I love indulging myself on Norwegian cuisine, but it's hard. Yeah, that's the other thing too. If you've lived your life not really eating like large portion sizes and stuff, it's going to be difficult, because I mean your stomach is like it's a muscle, so it'll expand if need be. But yeah, you're not gonna feel well after if you're stuffing yourself. Let's do one of these things here real quick. I remember I was talking with Baloo, with Big Baloo. I was in a voice chat with him, or in a Discord call with him, and we had a Google Street View that went through the town that I live in. It didn't go past my road or anything like that, but it went through the town that I live in. So I showed him, like, I was like, yeah, here, I shared my screen that this is actually where I live. And then I checked out the neighborhood where he lives too, like the town where he lives, and you get to see the differences. One thing that he was blown away by when he saw where I live is the sheer amount of size, like the space between everything. Like, I have a 1/3 acre of land that I live on, and it's a small plot of land. It's just a town plot, basically, in the suburbs just outside of the small town that I live in. So it's not like a huge chunk of land or anything like that, but we have a nice yard that goes around the entire house, and it takes us an hour or so to mow the lawn and stuff, and our neighbors are across the street always, and then our neighbors on our side are across their yards where their houses are too. So there's space. There's a lot of space in between the houses, and our house is actually a relatively decent size, you know, but we do have you know, 5 people that live here and a dog. So, but yeah, the amount of space in between everything kind of blew his mind, because he's like, that's incredible, because, and it makes sense. He's over in like England in that area, so they don't have as much space. They have a lot of a population, but not a lot of space. So everything over the, especially since their country's a lot older, over the time has been developed as much as it can. And so you're talking like being kind of smushed. But in Wisconsin, we got some space to spread out. I think this technically goes here, and then that would run into that. So that's where that one's going to just end. So. It's less the portion size and it's more the food. No, I guarantee you it's the portion size. Like, that's the thing I don't think you're getting yet, is all those the healthy foods you can get here in the United States. It's just that then if you put them into massive portion sizes, which is what we usually do, even if you ate healthy, you'd still have to limit your portion size, because it's just insane. Yeah, it is 100% the portion size in the U.S. That's the obesity issue. And again, until you come and experience it, it's one of those things that I don't think it's really going to click, because I don't mean like they're just slightly bigger. I mean like they're a couple meals bigger. So yeah, 100% it's portion size. I mean, you can eat unhealthy foods at a smaller portion size and still end up fat, so that happens. And as a person who is rather plump myself, because, you know, kids, dad bod happens. You don't focus so much on yourself. You focus so much more on your kids. I can confirm that, you know, it is possible to eat a lot of food. Yeah, why are we arguing about this? I'm just saying it is. It literally is the portion size. Like, everything is. It's not even like sometimes by choice. Let's just say, well, like what Sakana was saying earlier about the Starbucks and McDonald's and stuff like that. You go to McDonald's and you order a large soda. That's like, what, a liter almost? It's insane. It's insane how much that is, you know. And so yeah, it's big portions you get. I think the large in England are small, actually. I remember going in when I was in Kuwait also, like the cans of soda that they did sell over there, they were miniature. They're like shot glasses of soda. So it was something I had to try to get used to. Is that now I wasn't exactly drinking a lot of soda over there. I was drinking a lot of Arizona sweet tea, actually. My dad is always 300 pounds on home-cooked meals, but he cut his portion in half and he lost 100 pounds. Yeah, it'll do that. That'll happen. I mean, in reality, that will really happen. Ah, crap, I needed that one. Aha, I got it. Yeah, the portion thing is massive. I'm going to have to back up a little bit here. I try to tell myself that too. It doesn't usually stop me though, but I try to tell myself that too. Actually, the one that I've been doing a lot better at is spaghetti, because I don't really do so well with spaghetti anymore. It gives me heartburn and I don't like it. So if I watch my portion size and I don't eat more than just like my little plate that I make, then I'm usually pretty good. Actually, let's put that one back so I can get out of here. Yeah, I mean, I guess it comes with the territory when you have all the options, you know? And that is true, because... Oh no! X in chat for Mad Bulldog, doomed to fall. I think he probably got by his escape room. Yeah, X in chat. the other thing that I saw a lot of people kind of freaking out when they got here, which I guess I didn't realize. This was something that was new to me. Was the you played Tamachi Life, Living the Dream? I have not. I don't think so. I don't think I haven't heard of it. What's it about? One other thing that people have been commenting on all these videos I'm watching is they're blown away by the milk the jugs of milk at like Walmart or where any supermarket. We sell them in gallons over here, and I thought that was kind of universal, but apparently it isn't. But that's what I mean, too, about how I'm having a blast with this. Is I'm learning a lot about various other places that, I mean, some of it I already knew, but other parts I didn't. That's why I especially enjoy like the conversations I've had with Baloo and stuff, to just kind of see what the culture's like in his area of the world. Because, yeah, I mean, if you live your whole life in one spot, you just don't know. You just don't know what it's like. And I know the first real taste of a different culture I got was when I joined the military. And all of it is American culture, because all of it is, you get a taste of what the rest of the U.S. is like. And I had gone on vacations and stuff as a kid to various parts. I went to like Florida, and I went out to Yosemite and stuff. I even went to New York. I even got to stand on top of the World Trade Center before they were destroyed. So I got to see a whole lot of stuff, and it's great, but I mean, until you start living in it, it starts becoming a little different. I was there as a tourist every single time, and I was getting the tourist treatment. But then when you go join the military and you get everyone's different cultures clashing from all across the U.S., so you got the guys up in like Oregon, sharing a bunk with the guys from Detroit or whatever, so, or you got the guys from Florida sharing a place with the guys in California or whatever. It's crazy how different the cultures are just within the U.S. And it's also really fast. Here's another cool example. When I was in basic training for the Air Force, I've actually been in 2 different branches. So, George, welcome back. I did remember, yes. I think Animal Crossing, but you aren't a villager, and the villagers are me's, and they actually have a life. I haven't heard of this one yet, so dang, it's really good. I haven't played it, but hopefully soon. I'll have to look into it. Let me make a note. I have a pen and paper. I'm still an old school guy. It's one of those things. If it ain't broke, Tomodachi Life. I'll look into it. I'll see. I got a list, a never-growing list of games that I gotta get to check out. But yeah, here's an example. I've been in 2 branches, in case you guys are wondering. It wasn't just I was in one branch and that was it. I was actually in the Air Force and the U.S. Army. So, but while I was in the Air Force, while I was going through basic training for the Air Force, I went through boot camp for both of them, by the way. I went to, they had a thing called Operation Home Cooking, and if you had been in basic training for enough time... Oh, no! Hex again! I think his escape room is kicking his butt. Watch, the next thing's gonna be like, it burned to death. Yeah, that's not a good one. Hopefully it's not in lava, but watch, the next thing can be like, hey, GReimer, can I borrow some more gunpowder? But while I was there, they had a thing called Operation Home Cooking. Now, if you had been in training for X number of weeks, whatever it was, you could participate in Operation Home Cooking. Planet Zoo 2 is coming out. Ooh. Operation Home Cooking was, again, you had to be in basic training for so many weeks. Otherwise, you weren't eligible for doing this. But we were, actually. Is they would have a family, a local family. This is down in San Antonio, Texas. They'd have a local family come and pick up 1 or 2 troops and take them home for a Thanksgiving meal, because it was on Thanksgiving. So Operation Home Cooking. So for Thanksgiving, you could go to one of the local families' houses outside of the base, and then participate in this. They'd make you food, get to have a nice home cooked meal, and then you come back. And that was, again, you had to be. It was later on in training. You had to be like 2/3 or more past in your training to even participate. Otherwise, you're eating at the defect. You're eating the mess hall, And so I got to go on that, and we had this Hispanic family pick us up, and holy crap, did they make some good food. It was so good. They had pies, they had everything. They had this kind of cornmeal thing that was delicious. I don't even know what was in it, but I ate it. It was good. Everything was good. Yeah, it was amazing. They put on a football game, which just so happened that it was the Packers versus the Lions on Thanksgiving that year, which is awesome because I'm a Packers fan. It wasn't awesome, though, because I think the Lions won that game. So, but it was still fun to watch, you know. It was a really good experience. Got to meet some great people. I love it. I absolutely love it. That was all within the U.S., so wildly different culture than what I was used to. And I was fresh out of high school. So, like, I didn't know what was going on, you know, in the world. Nope. Yeah, whatever. I'll fix it in a little bit. I love getting on these rants, though, because it makes time go by really nice and fast, so. You have a very nice world, and I love your stream. Sweet, thank you. Yeah, this place is coming along nicely. This part right here that I'm doing, the palm tree building, this is by far, without a doubt, I never heard him complain once. Cinnamon's favorite part of the zoo is building all these palm trees. So yeah, he loves this part. No matter what he says in chat too, he absolutely loves it for sure, 100%. Yeah, this takes forever to build, but I think the end result looks incredible when you see this, like the forest of palm trees, you know. It's my second favorite. Well, trying to escape a skeleton. Oof. Are you good? Just trying to retrieve my item. Oh boy. Might need let's see. Burned to death. Fell from a great height, and the skeleton hit him. I don't know where in the world he might be, actually. I mean, he could be in the nether. He could be not in the nether also, because that could absolutely have happened in the overworld. My favorite is when Cinnamon's is online and I can pay you to hunt him for sport. I hate you. I know. Like I gotta emphasize, I'm not actually a hitman, so I don't condone paying for hits on Cinnamon. But $20 is $20, so if it's gonna happen, it's it is what it is. But Cinnamon is currently not online, so everyone else is nowhere near as fun to murder. So, you guys remember back in when I was playing Vintage Story, how we I used to put a hit out on Mega Grand, or pay to have Mega Grand get hit in the face with a spear. Those are the good times. That's one game I do kind of miss. They made an adjustment to it, which made like the enemies way harder to deal with, and I didn't really like it then after that, and I kind of lost interest. But it also takes just it also takes quite a bit of time. Vintage Story does that I didn't really have readily available once I had the kids and stuff. So, but yeah, Vintage Story is a tremendously fun game. So if you're somebody out there and you are looking for a very grindy game that it's a survival game that you really kind of have to work your butt off to get everything for, and just, I mean that seriously, because some people are like, why would I want to play that? Because sometimes it's fun. Check out Vintage Story. That is a ridiculously good game. Technically, this one actually needs that one for this little bit. I forgot to put the leaves going down on this one, so. Now, this is going to be tricky. needs that there, and then I need one right there and right there, technically. And one underneath it as well, so I'll see if I can remember that. I got half this tree built. I'm not building like how I normally do, so it looks weird. Nope. Waste not. I don't want to lose a single leaf. These things were collected by somebody here, and I would like to keep it. Yeah, I cherish every single one of them. Plus, I have like a OCD nature when it comes to that. Now this actually is going to be like that. Alright. Okay, I think we're good here. Pick up all this, what I usually call useless diorite, but I'm using it right now for a very good use. I've actually lost a few pieces along the way because I had like 30 some when I started. Got it. Oh, I could probably trim this here. And that right there. Got it. Yep. And I'm struggling to see what I'm looking at here. I think it's this right here, actually. Oh, I forgot to do it on this one, too. Cheapers. Nope, not that one. That was not right. I hear footsteps. I think there's a creeper underneath the ground here. I heard they'd be creeping. Can't quite get it. We actually do have scaffolding in this too. Like this version of Minecraft, scaffolding exists. I'm still not using it. I just like I never use scaffolding. I know it's super helpful, but I just never use it. I'm still like an old school player where I end up just using blocks. Probably because it's just I have them readily available in my hotbar already. So I have to go out of my way to get scaffolding made. And like by the time I get it made, I can already have this built if I were to just not. It's that one right there. Okay, and then this here needs not that. Nope, nope. It's getting tricky keeping track of where all these leaves are. Oh, actually, I already finished this one, I think. Oh, no. This is the one I said I had to put one underneath it, not that. One underneath it, if I remember. Well, that was part of me remembering right there. How about them apples? It actually happens every once in a while. Even a blind squirrel finds a nut. Nighttime? Almost nighttime. I'm missing some right there too, so I'm not quite done placing all those things. Let's see if I can't get some more leaves. Sleepy time. Oh no, Cicada beat me to it. Insert that State Farm. You gotta be quicker than that commercial. Alright, it's over here. It's that one. Hold on. on, I gotta get over there and look. I can't tell where it is. I don't have it here. I don't have it here, that's why I can't find it. So, this thing is supposed to jet out right here, and then this goes down to... That's the one I was missing, and then this is missing one as well. Alright, little confused there for a second, but I think we're looking better. Actually, my preferred ways of taking people out in video games is actually be way more nefarious. Like, I'll be their friend in the game, and then I'll invite them to go play something like In Silence or something and have the monster murder them instead. Okay, I think we got all the trees built here. Looking good, looking snazzy. I'm going to consider the part above the untextured antelope or gazelle exhibit as volcano. So I'll have to deal with that later. And I'm going to probably move on to... Do I have any stone on me to actually do this? Like, how much stone do I have in, like, the ground backpack? Not a lot. I have some. Got 5 more here, too. Not a lot. Maybe I'll come back to this later once I'm done building palm trees. Ah, the Taken Park. Taken Park? One of them. Taken Park. Now, we got a lot of area to cover here with palm trees. Oh my gosh. But look at what we got done already. Look at that place over there. It's looking way better. Why don't we go give Cinnamon's palm tree a little bit of attention. Cinnamon, watch me build this tree. I love that, because that was the stream, Cinnamon, that you joined in on. You weren't there for a big portion of it, but when you popped in, the first thing I did was I went and built a palm tree. And that was the only one I built that stream. Oh, I also need more wood than what I got here. This is not going to cut it. So I get flying again. Hopefully you guys have a good week planned ahead of you. I got kind of a stressful week planned ahead of me. I got some big inspection at work. So every morning I wake up and I have to drive like 45, 50 minutes to get to my job. It's all highway speed too, so I drive about 105 miles every day. What does it come out to? Hold on. Let me do the math real quick on that. That's 100. It's almost 170 kilometers every day I drive to get to and from work. So for those of you who deal with kilometers, and that's a daily trip for me. But I get to drive that far, and I have to deal with all the crap you got to deal with at your job usually. So in this case, we got some big inspection thing coming up here. It's gonna suck. I mean, it's gonna be fine. It's stressful. Going to make some lunch. Have an awesome weekend, GReimer, and please remember to smash that like button. Yeah, okay. Take care, Sakana. Thanks for hanging out for a bit. Oh, actually, must have been reading chat when you dipped out there. But have yourself a good rest of your weekend. Oh, hold on. Do we need more? I think we need more cocoa beans. Also dangerously low on them. Take 3 to 4 every tree, so. All right, now let's get going. Look at this place. It's quite a build. It's quite a big build. Not gonna lie, that is quite a big build. So a doubler right there. Haven't built a doubler in a little while. Put that over one. Make it a little bit more random looking. Alright, that's probably pretty good right there. Now, I haven't actually included any ruins for a while. I'm trying to think for a second here, because I have ruins right here. I should really have put some in here, which I probably still can. It's not like I can't. It's Minecraft. You can build whatever you want, you know? I got one down here as well. So I try to dot these in periodically, like there's one right, and behind, it's behind the orchid exhibit. Nobody's ever going to see that. But there's a whole bunch of them here on this peninsula, actually. The purpose is, of course, because remember, there was an ancient civilization here that got destroyed during the volcanic eruptions. It's the same as over on the other island here. We got ruins dotted like right in here and up here. You can actually see the outline of a diagonal shaped building right there. And back here, there's even one. So there's ruins dotted throughout the island. So it kind of tells a story. I think this one is especially cool because right here, this gray part is a cliff edge. And like some of the ruins are down there on the bottom of the beach. And again, nobody's ever going to see that. This whole hot spring up here, nobody will see. The path goes right here, and this is a towering cliff edge right here with a waterfall. Nobody's going to see that. But it's there. Added it just because. Oh, one thing I started talking about but completely got sidetracked on is the other thing that people are really having a blast with over here is the flyovers during the games. So one thing that we do, even in like college sports, you'll see this, is we do flyovers. And that can be, it's usually some type of military aircraft that goes over. So they've been doing it at like the FIFA games too and stuff, and people are blown away by this. But you'll have a some type of military aircraft or aircrafts, plural, fly over the stadium right at the end of the national anthem. And it's like the coolest thing because you get this. Hold on, that's not right. That was wrong. Incorrect. It's the coolest thing though because like sometimes you don't really know what you're gonna get as far as what the aircraft's gonna be. You might just get some like Apache helicopters flying over. You might get some type of bomber flying over. You might get because like I've seen videos of the people who got the B-2, the stealth bomber flew over the Dorito, you know, the big black Dorito that flew over. It's one of those things where if you ever see a B-2, that means you're not the target. So, but yeah, it's another thing that we do here at our sporting games and stuff like that. Like we do it for the NFL and everything else. It's a lot of fun. It's just good old fashioned check this out kind of thing, spectacle, you know. You might have like some F-15s or something fly over too. So it's like an hour early. That shadow really throws me off on this. I keep thinking it's later than it is. So yeah, that's another thing that we do over here in our sporting events that took people by surprise. But it's just fun. It's just good old-fashioned fun. I saw one group of one YouTuber at least was reacting to that, wondering how do they synchronize it? How do they time it? You know, so that the planes go by right as the national anthem ends. And I mean, it's actually pretty simple. It's radios. Like you just radio when to go and when not to, and you got your timetable. So you just go when you're supposed to. It's like, in the meantime, you're circling the stadium. Or you're not the stadium, but you're circling farther back. So it's just a timing thing. But it is really cool. All right, there we go. Tree. All right, let's do it right here. Gonna be a tall tree, but it'll be worth it. I forgot something here. That already has it. Again, I'm gonna have to remember to. Actually, well, hold on. Maybe I won't have to. I think I can reach it from here. Done. Okay, yeah. I was like, why is this here? That's from the other tree. Okay. So much detail put into the zoo too. It's just kind of ridiculous. All right. Good, good. Hello, GReimer. I'm currently sick. Well, that's not fun, Stefan. That's bad. That's bad. That's real bad. Hopefully you feel better soon. That's not fun. Been there, done that. I don't like it. I didn't mean to do that. That's not the right spot. It's stuck up there now, isn't it? Yeah, it is. All right, we're gonna do this the slow, painful way. Should I make scaffolding for this game? Ah, it's the Golden Girls. Yeah, hopefully you feel better. I don't like it when I'm sick. I know it's not fun. Yeah, knock on wood here. Knock on wood. I haven't actually gotten sick in a little bit, other than my usual issues. But yeah, hopefully I don't actually. But the kids being like little petri dishes, it's kind of impressive that I've gone this long without getting sick, which means I'm overdue. Means I'm much overdue. Okay, there we go. Doubler. We got the doubler down. I need more planks. Wait, didn't I put like some of them in here? Yes, there, I got some right there. But while I'm doing this, I'll make a couple extra. Wham. Okay, bring those back down. Leaves, got it. Okay, good. Now, the funny part about this whole thing is that they actually do have palm trees in this pack. So you can plant with saplings. I don't think they look as good, though, so that's why I'm going through all this pain and agony. I think I'm okay now. Alright, sweet. So, Bulldog got his stuff. He's good now. It is always kind of a crappy deal whenever you die and you have to, like, fight to get your stuff back. When do you, when will you do ZAWA Season 4? The Jurassic Park Season 1? It heavily depends on when this zoo is finished, which, I mean, again, early in the stream I did point out that we finished all the foliage up here, and we finished it all down here, so it's just the eastern side of the volcano, and then what we're working on today. I'm hoping to get this done today, as far as at least getting the trees planted, and then we'll work on getting the underbrush put in too, for this stuff here. The island, or the volcano itself, I'll have to work on maybe in between the streams and stuff like that, but then once that's done, we're down to just this last part right here. And that means that episodes will resume. I want episode 100 to be about the lions, just so you know. I'm going to be making the lion exhibit. It's going to be a big exhibit right here on the end of the peninsula. Or maybe off to the side, one of them, or something like that. Maybe even right here. I don't know. I'll find a spot for it. But then there's a lot of terrain that needs to be built up around that. A couple other animals we can put in here as well. And then we have to go through and find every red dot, like this. And we have to change over those exhibits to be in like this. Change over these exhibits to be for another animal, including this big one back here. This the reindeer exhibit has to be changed. So I die all the time. I was struggling because I died in Nether, lost my shovel. Now I'm trying to gain that back. Oh yeah, well we do have an ender, so you can always get all the XP you'd ever need there. I think there's a fully powered enchanting table there too. So if you bring, there might even be some lapis out there too. So if you just bring your shovel out there, you should be able to grind it out until you get it back up to snuff. How am I supposed to get over there? Oh, I recently put out on the channel a poll to see who is excited for the Ocarina of Time remake. Because when that game comes out, I am playing that hardcore. Well, maybe not. Actually, I probably could go through it hardcore. Because that game is my favorite game of all time. So, even more than Minecraft. Not even close. Like, that's how good it is, in my opinion. How good it is. So when they announced they're making a Ocarina of Time remake from the ground up, starting fresh, and they're gonna rebuild the entire game with the new modern graphics and stuff, and not just modern graphics, they're going full realism, it looks like, with this, which is something that I love to see in the Zelda games. Every time they went more of a cartoony look, like with Wind Waker and stuff, it was such a turn off to me. Like I didn't want to play it. People are like, well, then you're not a real Zelda fan. I'm like, no, I just don't like how it looks. Yeah, just don't like how it looks. You know, especially since Zelda is one of those franchises that they can absolutely make it look real and absolutely sell it. Like you gotta kind of have to put some fun, quirky game mechanics or something in there for people to enjoy when it's cartoon more so, because basically, like in Wind Waker, Toon Link there, he looked like the dentist elf from Rudolph, and ever since somebody told me that, I can't unsee it. So they kind of ruined it. So it was also egregiously bad, especially Wind Waker, especially because they the year before they had done a video presentation at like E3, which when they still went to E3, and they had showcased off what their engine on the GameCube could do, and it looked phenomenal. It looked so, like, at the time real. Now when you look back, you can find it. It's Link fighting Ganondorf, GameCube, like whatever E3 GameCube something or other. And at the time, it looked super real. And I was so stoked and pumped. I was like, I cannot wait to see what they can do with this. And then they released a cartoon version of them instead. And I felt like as a fan and a customer, I felt like I was slapped in the face. Like they said, look at all this cool stuff we can do. We're not going to, but look at what we could have done. And it's like, so they, I didn't really get into Wind Waker. I had a hard time getting into that just because of that. If they had led with it, maybe it would have been an easier pill to swallow. But knowing that they teased what they could do with the system and it looked super great, and then they just went a completely different route, it sucked. But making up for all of that now, years later, they are re-releasing the Ocarina of Time and with a complete and total remake. Now, we live in a time where rehashes, remakes, sequels, and all that stuff like that are the name of the game, so it's no big surprise that this is happening. But they did wait 28 years to make this. And it looks like they're... Ocarina of Time, they made that trying to make it look as realistic as they could at the time. It was on the N64, so you're dealing with some pretty... blocky looking stuff, you know, so it doesn't look super realistic, but they did the best they could at the time, and it ended up being a phenomenally good game. Many people, though, like when I put out this poll, like I said on my channel, many people apparently aren't interested in it at all, and it got me thinking as to why. And because they were back in the 90s, that's for sure. And then I got to thinking about it. I was like, oh, it's probably because a lot of people are young, weren't alive when that game came out. They've never played it because it's from 28 years ago is when it came out. But I mean, if someone was born 20 years ago, that meant they were 0 years old and they weren't playing the N64. You'd have to be about 38 to even have knowledge of that game, really, or have played it. So that's probably why most people just don't really care about the remake. It's because of that. But then, from Nintendo's point of view, like, is this worth making it then? Because the best-selling Zelda game is actually Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Those ones sold like hotcakes. So why is it that they came back to Ocarina of Time? Well, because prior to Breath of the Wild, it was Ocarina of Time from years ago. They didn't have anything that even came close. So it was a huge hit back then. And those people who played it were all like teenagers. They're all like in their 40s and stuff now, or 50s even maybe. But all of them have kids that would all be around 10 to 20, you know? And so the people with the money, unless you're dealing with the older kids like the 20-year-olds, the people with the money are the parents that are in their 40s and 50s. So if you're going to want to get people to buy this game, you're going to need to appeal to them because they're the ones that are doing it. Because otherwise, it's just kids begging their parents for a game, and you get your standard sales like you normally do. But this has a built-in fan base already that's now older with children. So if you want to sell it to them, you're going to have to appeal to them. So yeah, doing an Ocarina of Time remake is an easy moneymaker. Easy moneymaker right now. Because the nostalgia alone will sell it, but the fact that it's also a really good game is going to cement it even further into the future. I think there's that, and I also think that the rumors might be true, considering that the Ocarina of Time remake itself was a rumor, and apparently that ended up being true. When that rumor was spread, it was also spread with two other rumors. One being that they're going to be remaking Star Fox 64, which is releasing in like a week on the Switch 2. So that ended up being true. And then the other rumor is that the Zelda movie is going to be based heavily on the Ocarina of Time. And I was like, huh. Now, see, I'm not exactly a fan of that one, but this is just my own personal take on it. But I don't even think this is a popular opinion. I think this is just me. I'm not a fan of that because I would rather them come up with an original story, because we already know the story of Ocarina of Time. It's in the game. But if you are going to base the movie off of it, what better way of making sure people are aware of that story, especially since a lot of people haven't played it, than re-releasing a remake on your main console just before the movie comes out? because right now, a lot of the younger audience, especially, see Zelda games as the blue tunic wearing guy who lives out in the wild, who has breakable weapons and stuff like that, and he's fighting Calamity Ganon. And you ask them what the Triforce is, and they look at you kind of confused, and they say, that isn't that just like the symbol on the royal family? And that's all they know about it. It's because the Triforce wasn't a big player in Breath of the Wild at all, whereas in the games leading up to it, it was a major MacGuffin. So sounds like I may need to get a Switch to I Love Starbucks. Yeah, so yeah, there's some a lot of people don't understand really what the old school Zelda stuff, well, not even old school, like 40 years or so the series existed with one storyline, and then this Breath of the Wild stuff kind of threw a wrench in it. So although it sold like crazy, you literally could have made Breath of the Wild and put any title on it, and it would have been the exact same thing. You just don't, the only thing that makes it a Zelda game literally are the names of the stuff. Like Link is the hero, Zelda is the princess. You could have come up with completely different names for those things, and then just taken the Zelda title off of it, and it would have been a great story, just as it is there too. But there's nothing really that connects it to being a Zelda game from anything from the previous installments of Zelda, other than the names. So that might have been an issue then when it came time to making a movie, to get it to be appealing to everybody. How do you do that? Because you have literally two different factions of players now. You have the younger generation that only knows Zelda, the Zelda games from Breath of the Wild, and that's nothing like what it is in the previous generation, with the other 40 years where all the people with all that money, would want to go and see. So what do you do? How do you make everybody happy? Because although the younger generation are just now coming into a position where they're getting jobs and having money, they're not the bulk of your money. So if you're making a movie, who should you appeal to? The younger generation, or the older ones that have more money? Well, it's kind of difficult. There's no answer to that, actually. There's no real easy answer to that, because it would be the older generation, because that's where a bulk of your fan base actually still resides, but it's not the newest selling one, So, because the old generation got Breath of the Wild also because they are fans of Zelda. But like Tears of the Kingdom, for example, although it did well, it didn't do as well as Breath of the Wild, because it wasn't, the people figured out, oh, this isn't actually like the Zelda I remember, so they kind of dipped out a little. I say a little. It still sold really well. So what do you how do you make the movie? How do you cover all of this? Well, the answer is you remake Ocarina of Time and you release it for the old school fans. You make the movie for the old school fans. That's the rumor, anyway. Whether it turns out to be true or not, it just remains to be seen. Next spring, the movie comes out, so yeah, you remake Breath of the Wild, and then you make the movie based on not Breath of the Wild. You remake Ocarina of Time, and then you make the movie based off of Ocarina of Time. That's I guess a solution you could do. So I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, I have a whole entire story in my head from back. I went to film school because I wanted to see The Legend of Zelda made into a movie. That was my driving reason for doing it. I even had a 3-film story arc planned out in my head for what it could be. Now, I obviously didn't have the rights to it, so there was absolutely no way that I was going to actually get this actually made. But I thought, if I get there and I put enough bugs in people's ears, maybe I can actually get Nintendo to do something about it. Maybe if I get really good at this. It was a dream. It was a dream thing, to pursue. It obviously was very unlikely. So when I ran out of money and had to drop out of film school, then it was that dream was kind of shattered and gone. And then lo and behold, Nintendo's fulfilled it anyway by saying that they were going to be making The Legend of Zelda into a movie. Now, how would I have done it? They're doing a live action one. So how would I have done it? I would have done a live action one. I would have done the exact same thing they're doing. Some people don't like that. Some people say it should be animated. It could be animated, but it also can be live action. Not the same can't be said for Super Mario, for example. They did do a live action one on it, but it really shouldn't have. they really shouldn't have. But the animated one did really well. Because remember, look at what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a Mushroom Kingdom. you know, for Mario, you're dealing with a Mushroom Kingdom where you're an Italian plumber saving a princess from a turtle dragon guy. It's doesn't really work live action. These giant toad things are walking around, or guys called toads, but they're really just like little mushroom men. It sounds like an acid trip, but then you say like there's this medieval style knight that fights this evil to rescue a princess. That could be live action. So yeah, that it should absolutely be live action. And so far from what I've seen, it's looking good. I don't really have any complaints about anything I've seen production wise. So we'll just have to wait and see. But I am horribly biased when it comes to that, because the fact that it's even being made is just a dream come true for me. So it's like the Goosebumps movie when that hit theaters. It could be the worst movie in the world. I was just so happy to see it existed. What are you doing up there, Takken? What are you doing, hey? But yeah, I think the rumors of it being based on Ocarina of Time are plausible. It could certainly end up being that. And it would probably make quite a bit of money. The real catch is, though, however, and the other reason why it's probably going to be about Ocarina of Time is because Ocarina of Time is a contained story. You have a beginning, middle, and end. It's done. You know, like, you get what happened. And when you're dealing with making something into a movie, you kind of need that. You kind of need to be able to have a beginning, middle, and end. So what better way than just to use one of the stories that already exists? But the real catch is, if Nintendo wants to make a big moneymaker out of this, it has to be appealing not only to just the fans of the series, but to the general audience as well. People who aren't Zelda fans have to hear that this is a really good movie and then go to the theaters. So that's how you make a lot of money. So like Mario, for example, has a very recognizable brand, a very recognizable name, you know. So when they made a Mario movie, everybody was going to go see that because everybody knew who Mario was. Zelda, a lot of people know who Zelda is, at least the games. People who aren't big into playing the games think that Zelda's the person in the green tunic. That's not true. And that's kind of what they're going to be working up against here, is the people who don't really know much about it, drawing them into the theaters. Really the best way to do that is with a knockout story, and then judge based on the second week's drop-off. You know, so if it's a really good story, you might not even see a drop-off in the second week, which is ideal. But usually the movies have a drop-off in the box office in the second week, because everybody goes and sees it when it comes out. And then after that, you get the people who have to watch it like later because they had to work or something like that. Or you get the people who are coming back for more, like they want to see it again. So that's the best thing they could do, is have a really solid story. Which game do they have that has a really solid story? All of them have very interesting stories. I do like the Breath of the Wild storyline and stuff that they're doing. I think it's very interesting. But it's nothing compared to Ocarina of Time. It's ridiculous, the night and day difference. So yeah, if they're looking to sell it to the general audience, you're probably gonna have to go rely on your old faithful. So, sorry, rant there again. Got into another rant. You guys have a tendency to get me on those things. And they also have the set photos released so far for the actors and what they look like. And they do have Link in his traditional green tunic. So that is not Breath of the Wild. Although, I mean, they could adopt a storyline from Breath of the Wild. Just put him in the green tunic for nostalgia's sake. We shall see. I'm hoping it's good. I guess the guy that's running Nintendo is heavily involved too, because this is kind of an important one for them. So big tall tree. We're gonna do a tall tree right here. gonna be a nightmare to get the leaves on the underside of it, but whatever. There we go, got that one completely finished right there. Done. And I think the same thing over here. Done. Alright, but here's got to be a little different. Yep, big tall palm tree. Okay, yeah, gotta get up there and put some leaves put down though. Nothing needed there, nothing needed there. Something needed there, though. But yeah, I did actually go pick up a Switch 2. Not exactly a smart purchase right now, since money's a little tight. But I also didn't... I didn't pick up any games for it, so it's just kind of sitting here right now. Impatient anticipation for whenever they do get around to making the remake, which apparently is coming out this year. So, coming out this year it looks like, so it's a matter of time. It will be coming to the channel too, so if you guys have never experienced the Ocarina of Time, one, I'd recommend just going and getting it. Just going and buying it. Just getting it straight up. I think you can probably get it on the Nintendo store, I'm guessing, for like whatever system you're playing on. I have multiple copies of it across the N64 and to the GameCube and stuff, and the Master Quest, whole thing. I love that game. If not that, then you can always wait until the Switch 2 comes out. And if you'd like a preview of what it's like, you know, you can always tune in for whenever I get around to playing it. But it's a whole different thing when you're the one playing it. I actually, here's where I'm gonna get back on the Zelda rant. Jesus, there's one thing I'm really excited about. Ocarina of Time has some of the darkest and creepiest things in all of Zelda. Okay, like there are parts of that game that are meant to be truly horrifying. Okay, and now in the remaster that they did for the 3DS. They really dumbed it down quite a bit, and I don't like that. So I'm hoping that they go back to being more realistic for this remake. I'm hoping they can put the creepy factor back in it. There are parts of that game where you have to go up against things like death itself, and there's other parts where you have to explore areas where traitors to the crown were like tortured and murdered and stuff like that, and the torture acts and whatnot you actually get to witness and stuff. Some really creepy stuff in that one, and then of course there's an enemy in the game called Dead Hand that is like the stuff of nightmares. So, and it's usually got a lot of blood on it and stuff like that, which again they dumbed down in the remaster. The remaster they did for the 3DS. They removed the blood stains and stuff. I wish they wouldn't do that. Put them back in. Stop trying to make everybody so soft, you know. Yeah, Dead Hand is a very creepy enemy. In fact, if you guys if you guys want a comedic light version of it, there's a guy out there named Terminal Montage. He's on YouTube. That is over the last like 5 years or something like that. He makes one a year basically, episodes from the Ocarina of Time, he did one episode where he covered like the first 3 temples in one episode right away. And then that's as a child Link when you play as child Link, and then you get the later temples you do as an adult, and he's doing like 1 episode per temple on there. He did the Shadow Temple, which is where you run into Dead Hand and stuff, and the well underneath Kakariko Village and stuff. He did that one, and I think he captured it pretty good as far as how terrifying it actually is. But while still maintaining like a comedy thing, because he all those things are hilarious. All of his animations he does are hilarious. Not to mention the end fight at the end of that was just epic. It was epic and hilarious at the same time. Like, he pulled it off. So I don't know that guy, so I'm not like trying to plug his channel, make him, you know, he doesn't need it. He's more well known than me. But yeah, go check out Terminal Montage, all one word, and go watch his Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time videos, or any of them really. Actually, I watched his one they released like last week for Bomberman, and the guy's good at the comedy thing, you know, as far as editing things to be humorous. It's really good. So very entertaining stuff. I'm gonna do a short one right here. Wee little guy. Well, that's a conundrum. Huh. Like, how do I get out of this? I know. Now this actually needs to get tore up. It's not supposed to be there. Now just so I have a place to put the bed, because I'm kind of running out of spots. You know what else is a stuff of nightmare? These damn palm trees. What are you talking about? These are great. Nice tropical island getaway. They're your favorite tree. You've told me repeatedly over and over how much you love how I build them. This one's going to be kind of a pain to build because this is right in the way. What if I just took this out for right now so I could build this easier too? I gotta add 3 right in the middle, just straight up, before I get down here. And I'll do the other one just kind of like right there. It's gonna look a little derpy because it's crushing into the other tree, so. What is this that I'm looking at here? Oh, I never put the palms going down on the other one. Whoops. Alright, well, I'll have to fix that here in a little bit. Nope. There we go. So I was cleaning out my garage. So I was cleaning out my garage. I mean, so many spiders. I'm getting attacked. Or so many spiders I'm getting attacked by my only true phobia. Yeah, it's brutal. It's arachnophobia. I'm watching your first zoo and the episode where you showed beef round. It had no palm trees. So good. Second zoo didn't have any palm trees either. And I showed beef on that one too. Alright, I think I'm done up here. I have to replace the things I took down though, so there we go, done. Balls yeet. Okay, good enough. Tree, we'll call it a tree. All right, now I didn't do the palms going down on this side, which I need to. There we go. Got it. Did I miss any other ones? I think all the palm trees up here are done. Cinnamon, your palm tree up here has guests now. Technically, you watched me build all of these, so. If I oh hey GReimer, if I cover Cinnamon's zoo and palm trees, would that be griefing? I think that'd be a gift actually. I think it'd be gifting, not griefing. And no, spiders are not my my true phobia. I'm not irrationally afraid of them. It's true, very rational fear there. So, yep, it's very rational. All right. So the trees are done here. Looks like we're onto this big stretch right here. Oh boy. Guys, it's getting close. It's getting really close. I've been working on this zoo for 3 years. 3 years this project's been going on. Like, wrap your head around that for a second. Like, some people have relationships that don't last that long. Yeah. 3 years working on this place. It was kind of crazy because when my computer was in the shop, I actually hopped on the server with my wife's account, and I came back here, and she hadn't actually been back to this island since I was working on the outlines of the exhibits for right here, but I didn't have any of the terrain finished. A lot of it was still wireframed and stuff. So on her map, I got to see what the original island was here, as well as part she hadn't even ever explored this one, part this northwestern side of this island here. And it was all that. So as I rode up in the boat and got close to it, all filled in. It's like, it's just so crazy the difference. So crazy the difference. You know, I could try to squeeze. Oh, look at this guy. Oh, he's gonna be angry about that. Can't hit him. There we go. I could try to squeeze like a palm tree in here, which would look kind of cool, I guess. Maybe right here. I need more palm wood. More palm logs. It's amazing how fast you go through these resources, though. Zoop. That was a smooth landing right there. It's over here. I'm like, where am I going? I'll turn around to my own base. Alright, that is it for the palm logs. So I guess I'll just use these ones up and then we'll just see how far we can get. I'm also very done with my garage today. I can't take the attacks anymore. All right, moving on to right here. Let's look at this little ledge right here. Again, that slope right there I'll consider the volcano. So everything in this area, though, I wouldn't mind building. Now, I do want to add more ruins in here. I don't, maybe not right here, but maybe on that lower part right down there, I'll add one. Because we have some ruins right over there. You can see a little bit of the cobblestone poking up right there. So putting some more over in this flatter area right here might be kind of cool. Maybe even on this part right here. Down over here. That might be kind of cool. But up here, it is a nice flat area where I could throw some more. But, you know, I think I'll just leave this forested right here. So, let's go around and start slapping down places for trees. I'm going to actually spread them out a little bit more up here. So there's not as many. Cinnamon will love it. But I want to spread them out a little bit more in this area. So there'll be more foliage in this area than trees. Something like that. Yeah, that'll work. That'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Wither Rose is here. Done battling the spiders for the day. Oh, double click there. Now, at the end of this zoo, I will once again extend an invitation out to the one and only VintageBeef to see if he'd be interested in seeing this place. I think he did just move to like Portugal or something like that, so he does, and plus he's got a kid now and stuff too. So, need more leaves? Need more everything. Plus, he's got a kid now and stuff too. So, you know, whether or not he'll be available, I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I'll see if I can get him on here and have him tour the zoo too. I think it's kind of like a tradition, right? Like every zoo I build, I have beef come and tour it. Yeah, let's sacrifice this thing to the Tackins. There you go. So yeah, well, I'll pay him an invite and we'll see if he comes and checks it out. But yeah, we gotta finish it first. So even though these streams are kind of lengthy and grindy, and a lot of it's very repetitive with the tree building, it's all important stuff. Oops, that one wasn't ready yet. Now it is. Alright, any more stuff up here? No, I don't think so. Whee. Hi, everybody. Now, these guys, I believe, are friendly, so they're like, what the hell are you doing in here? Get out. Hi, it's me again. I'm back. Let me just grab my balls real quick and throw them really hard against that tree. Oh yeah. I hear a zombie. Now, I have put forth quite a bit of effort. Oh, look at this. He's actually here. Oh, he's from the tunnel. He dropped a disc. A blank disc. So blank discs, in case you want, I don't actually need it. I have a couple of them, but The blank disc, in case you're wondering, you can actually play get the song you're hearing right now, as well as the one with the lyrics in this game. If you download the mod pack, you can actually make a music generator or music disc generator or something like that. Music generator. And then you can actually take a blank disc and you can actually make this song that's playing to play on your jukebox, which I think is kind of cool. It doesn't work on the server though. I don't know why. Like if I go into like just a creative mode or whatever like that and actually try it there, single player works no problem. But on the server it doesn't work. It was supposed to work on the server, but we never really did get it working. So. I was like, I can get this. I have faith. Got it. Got one at least. Oh, whiffed it. Didn't get that one at all. Got it. Alright, sweet. There we go. Tree done. Hi, I'm back again. Here, have a music disc. Enjoy. Did I throw it? Where did it end up? I don't see where it is. I don't have it in my inventory anymore. It vanished into the ether. Oh, no, it's back. There, take it. This is looking a little bit too checkered or graded or planned out, you know? Like, it's too even. It's not forest-like. So, I'm going to try to fix that a little bit here. That way I'll leave this open in case I do want to come back and actually build a ruin up here. But like one little moving for that over to here makes it a lot less even. In fact, this too would have to be changed somewhere. Not entirely sure where. Maybe I'll just remove it completely. Alright, let's build a couple of these trees then. Nice big tall tree. Oh, didn't quite throw that off the edge. Snow leopards are down there moving. So before that tour, though, I am gonna have to go through and like put labels on everything so I can easily remember what the animals are. Might do a little bit of that later on today, actually, if I get tired of building palm trees, which Cinnamon never gets tired of building palm trees. He's all for it. Running out of diorite. Oh no. What a shame. Not what I wanted to put there. Okay. All right. Ta-da. Tree. Okay, so there we got another one done. So many palm trees. Ugh. Back is holding up for the most part. That's always a plus. Like I said, I was in rough shape last night. It was hurting. I didn't even take any drugs or anything for it either, so. Oh, I had an idea. Those of you who have watched Planet Crafter might like this one. What if I did a streaming series? Separate from the main series. Like a streaming Planet Crafter series. Something that popped in my head a while back. Kind of thought about doing it. I have an idea of what I want to do, but I'm thinking I might have to wait until I'm farther in the actual series to do it. It'll be a fun challenge. I definitely will die if I do this. So people will finally get to see me die in the series. But it'll still be a fun challenge. So, but I was thinking of doing a streaming series of Planet Crafter. Maybe once I wrap up ZAWA, I'll do that. Probably be a fun one. But I would love feedback on that, though, because if you guys enjoy the series, the series will still continue, too. That's the other thing. It's not like it's one or the other. The series will still continue. But it would just be more Planet Crafter. Look at this place. Since I really cracked down on actually building these trees even in between streams, I've gotten all of the stuff behind the penguins done. The only part that had the foliage finished was on top of the bathrooms right here, but it connecting down to over here wasn't done. That all got finished. All this got finished. I should actually like show you guys that stuff too, although it is getting nighttime, so I'll wait until morning. But I should actually show you that stuff because it looks really nice over there. It's really, really well done, in my opinion. I think it looks good. Get the bed out. Ooh, that's not the bed. That is a wood plank. Wood slab. Yeah, let's go take a little fly over there and you guys can see. Alright, so I gotta finish the foliage here, but like right here, in fact, let me get down here. I gotta finish the inside of this cave too. So here's the red panda exhibit right here, but yeah, this part's all finished. This is the banded penguins. But yeah, all of this got done. And it's got even the vines draping over it up above you. It's the porcupines. And then the emperor penguins. Still just chilling in the water. And then the sweet view. Volcano over there. I got all the foliage dripping down over that cliff edge as well. You can see where the reindeer exhibit is over there. A little bit of snow up there. That's the polar bear exhibit on that side. You can see the masts from here normally, but I don't think they loaded in. There they are. Yeah, there we go. The view. My favorite view in the whole zoo is right here, where you can see the bay between the islands and stuff. I just think it looks cool. Screenshot time. So yeah, all this got done over here. Even on the backside. Oh, actually, I thought of something while I was back here. This is where the foliage stops. I have to finish it here. I thought about something right here, actually. Oh, if I can't. Yeah, get up there. I'm trying to save one rocket. But right here, this path right here, I don't like it. I don't like it. Like, I would like it if there was something a little bit more to it. It's just like a cliff edge that kind of has a path on it, which, I mean, it works. It gets it gets the function done. But, well, I mean, we can see the mushroom island, too. That's a little weird. But there's a couple things I want to change to this area that I think might make this look really cool. Way more than just some bland thing where occasionally you see, like, a little whale. Okay? Something way better than that. Either... Oh, there's a ray right there. There's also a whale in there, too, and a fish. Either, actually, technically, I think it's and. What we should do is replace this with a suspension bridge, like a wooden suspension bridge, so that it's going over the water. Okay? And it shouldn't be too difficult because this is a false wall right here. This isn't real. So behind this is actually the water. So it won't be too difficult to do that, okay? You just knock out these walls and voila, you're back to water. And that's one thing I want to do to change it up here. But if I'm going to put some effort into this, to put like to re-terraform this and put a bridge in there and stuff like that, I want to make sure it's for something. So I wouldn't mind doing something out here in the ocean as well that people can see. Like either putting a... I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it. Don't say it, GReimer. Don't do it. Putting like a massive galleon. Big old ship at full mast out there, you know? Something that people can see. I've done it before. I built one of them on VintageCraft Season 2. That was full sail. Oh, God. I think it would look more interesting. It would just look more interesting. If not that, putting a shipwreck sticking out of the water would look interesting. They're such a pain to make. But it would be better than just this like cliff edge right here with nothing. I don't know. I could use some feedback on that too. Oh yeah, so a lot of this stuff did get done. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to just finish off these trees that I have marked out right here and then maybe call it a day today, because the back, although it's holding up, it is kind of feeling a little eh. And I also still need to edit Planet Crafter tonight, so that's something I got to get on to doing. So, but we did make tremendous progress even already to this point, you know, like this stuff. And I never did finish this little stretch right here. I'll have to do that in between the streams. But yeah, let's get the rest of these trees built in this area here. Oops, didn't mean to drop down. Oh no, I'm gonna have to do the actual ender pearl thing that I used to always do. Let's see if I still got the touch. That's going the wrong way. Try that again. Hey, got it. A little rusty. Yeah, I fell off without actually having this done yet. Got it. I really don't want to fall in there. The snow leopards, they almost killed me when I put them in there. Apparently they were crabby about being locked in a cage for God knows how long. There's a hole right there. Huh. Ain't that interesting. Well, I mean, that's the reason why I carry around blocks, is to be able to do this stuff and fix it quick. Got it. Oh, I almost fell in there. Yeah, let's just fly out of here. Pretty brutal way to go, get ripped apart by the animals that you put into your zoo. Alright, another tree down. A few more to go. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe? 6 more to go. I'm in the zone, people. I'm in the zone. Alright, hop on down. It looks like it's time for beddy time, sleepy time. It's time to schlop inside. Anyone never see how cold? Alright, let's clear off the rest of those little bits of wood there. Put that in place. Oh, but for Father's Day, I got myself, my son Jacob made me a paper tie with his hand on top of it, like a outline of his hand. So it's a hand tie thing that got a bunch of colors on it, and he wrote his name backwards on it. And then Oliver made me a birdhouse, a little paper birdhouse that has a bunch of Minecraft stuff on it. I love it. The Minecraft birdhouse. And Lucas crapped his pants for me, so that was all. That's all he gave me. Lucas is the final remaining. He's the youngest, you know, but he's the final remaining of the boys to be potty trained and get out of diapers. He's almost completely out of them. It's really just he's having a lot of accidents as we're potty training him, so it's taking a little bit. But you know, everybody's different. I know Oliver was by far the easiest one to potty train, and then Jacob was a little bit of a handful, and then Lucas is a little bit more of a handful. But that's because they're all different people, you know? Different individuals. That's everything. That is everything. Okay, and then add these things back. Need a little more leaves. Again, courtesy of Wither Rose on the server. Took some time to collect a whole bunch of these leaves. She asked me how many do I need, and I was like, yes. Alright, there we go. Tree. Keep this train rolling. Like I said, I want to at least get these ones finished here on this little section before we wrap up today. I saw another thing I saw with the Europeans over here for the FIFA World Cup is I saw a couple down in Texas go to an indoor gun range. Currently getting more want junglewood or grass blocks as well. Junglewood, definitely. But yeah, there was a couple down in Texas that went to an indoor firing range, and because you know it's America, might as well shoot the guns, you know. So they went there, and yeah, there was an instructor there that helped them out, and they got to get on the range and actually shoot a gun for the first time for them, and they were blown away by this, pun intended, because it's a lot of fun, and so they got to shoot for the first time, and in all honesty, the guy that was there, I mean, even the lady that was shooting, they did really well. The grouping on their shots was really good. It really comes down to it's not their own personal firearm. It's just one that they kind of rented, you know, to do this. But all they would need to do is dial in the sights, because the grouping is more important. Basically, if you position your cheek on the butt of the weapon and you're looking down the scope every single time the same way, and you're not hitting where you want to hit, but you're hitting in a concise and tight group, that means your accuracy is really well. You're just about adjusting the sight now to get it kind of fit to your settings, so that then you're hitting right where you're aiming exactly. You know, so you adjust the sight and you keep that grouping consistent, and then wham, you're hitting exactly where you want. Nice tight group every time. So they did really well, actually. It was awesome to see. It's funny because at first, yeah, the lady was kind of timid about the whole thing, and then once she got going, they basically they had like 10 rounds left, and they decided to split a 50-50 because she wanted to keep going. She wanted to keep going. But yeah, they did. They were listening, and actually, I've heard this before. I heard this when I went into the Air Force, because I was never like a big like gun enthusiast when it comes to just like the civilian world. Like I never really went hunting much or anything like that. So I hadn't done much shooting prior to going into the military. And then one thing that they tell you actually after you get done with the course is that oftentimes the people who don't shoot end up being the best marksmen, because they listen to instruction, you know, and I think that might have been the case in this situation. They listened to the instructors that were at the range there, and they did great. And I think that's what it comes down to is, you know, they don't have their like quirks or, oh, I do this all the time or whatever. You know, they just listen to what they're being told, and they just do it. So, like, for example, in real life, I'm right-handed, but whenever I shoot or qualify, at least in the military, I'd always shoot left-handed because my left eye is dominant. And so as far as being able to get a more accurate shot, it was always my left eye that I would have to rely on, even though I'm right-handed. So I wouldn't even shoot right-handed. I can actually shoot both, but left, if I want to go for accuracy, it's a left-handed shot. That's actually what I want to do. But yeah, I think that that falls under the whole expression, you know, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. So they were in Texas, so they went to a firing range. Alright, finishing off the last couple bits of trees here. There's a thing stuck up there. Elytra, please. There we go. Oh, whiff that one there. That was not... No bueno, that was bad. Oh, it landed on top. You know what? I'm getting it. Did I pick it up? I don't think I picked it up. I think I blew past it so fast I didn't pick it up. Got it. It's incredible how many days go by in Minecraft, like, well, building this, how fast the day goes and how little it feels like I got done. But take a peek, for example. How many days do you think we're on this server? It's been running for 3 years. We are on day 89,135. So, first shulker full. Look at her go. She's like a little vacuum cleaner for supplies. Oh, there's a spider there. So many spiders. Alright, it's almost time for me to sleep. Schlap inside again. In case you guys are wondering, the Schlap inside's from Out Cold. There's a Victoria Silverstead plays this lady from, I can't remember where they said she was from, but she wasn't from America, and she meets Zach Galifianakis' character in that movie, and she ends up making out with him in the hot tub in Alaska, and he's all excited and happy when she says, "It's how do you say it's time for us to schlap inside?" He's thinking it means something completely different. Apparently, to her, that means go to bed, like just go to sleep. So she just leaves him there when he thought it meant something wildly different. So that's why I'm saying, yeah, it's time to schlap inside whenever I pull out the bed and go to sleep. Yeah, that was before he appeared in The Hangover and stuff, so before he kind of became more well-known, Zach Galifianakis. It's a good movie, though. Really funny. Good comedy. Out Cold, if you guys get a chance to go watch that. I think it's from right around the 2000s era, though, so it's been out for a while. That was incorrect. Alright, so that should be all of them here. Let's get underneath here, trim the trunk of the tree there. What am I over here? Oh, it's a fox exhibit. Foxes might actually pick up some of this stuff. Then I'll have an eternal piece of diorite in their mouth always. They haven't already picked it up. Well, if I see a fox walking around with some diorite in his mouth, I'll know what happened. Alright, sweet. And one more tree. We're down to the last tree. I'm going to wrap it up probably after this one here. I think most people have moved on for the rest of the day. So, I got some editing I got to get to. And I'll keep working at the zoo, though, in between the streams again. But hopefully, with this being done, if I can get the stuff done on the volcano, and the foliage put in here, we'll be ready to move on to the next part. I mean, we're getting really close. Episode 100 should be coming out here then soon. Just got to get past that. Oop, that's not right. Just got to get past all this foliage. Oh crap! Wasn't paying attention. I just broke my hoe. Oh no! That happens. But luckily, we can get you geared up. We can get you geared up again. Gotta hoe down. We hoe down, people. Yeah, I've done that with my pickaxe before, too. Where I broke my pickaxe on accident because I wasn't paying attention. I was like, no! But yeah, the hoe is easy to burn through the durability on since when you're collecting leaves like that, oh yeah. You hear the broken tool sound and you just like, everything panics a little bit like, no, no, no. Come back. I didn't mean to. Spiders. Speaking of spiders, did you guys see that new Spider-Man trailer? It looks nuts. I'm still calling it. I don't care if I'm wrong. I'm gonna call it right now. Go against the grain. Everyone's saying that Jean Grey's the bad guy in that one, and that she's She's the one causing all this problem. I don't know if whether Jean Grey's going to be in it or not. I mean, she might be. It kind of looks like it. But I don't think she's the bad guy. I don't think that's what's causing this. I think that if she is, she's being controlled by something else. And that something else is actually the bad guy. Fully enchanted. Yeah, I know. We'll get you. We'll get it fixed. We'll get you your hoe back. I'll help out with that one for sure, since, you know, helping out a ton with collecting resources. Plenty of iron for shears. But I don't think that she's going to be the bad guy at the end. Like, not really. I think that it's, what's that thing's name? Crawl or something like that? Hold on. I looked this up recently. I already forgot. But there's this demon in the Spider-Man universe or whatever like that. He's known as the Beast of the Hand, which you may have seen in the trailer. It's the Red Ninjas. He's the one kind of in control of that or whatever. So, or at least he can be. Now he can also jump and take over people's minds, and you see that in the trailer also. So I think that the main bad guy, his name's like Krahala or something like that. I can't remember how to pronounce it, but it's also a very unknown villain. So this is not something people would easily recognize and understand what it is at all. So I do think that there is some weight to the whole man-spider thing making an appearance also, because Peter is basically being Spider-Man. He's focusing only on being Spider-Man and not focusing at all on being Peter Parker, and I think it's starting to take an effect on him. Have an effect on him. It's sort of like in the Spider-Man 2 when Tobey Maguire was having trouble doing webs, and even his good vision went back to being crappy vision, and he started becoming not Spider-Man because he had an emotional blockade in his head, basically, because he wasn't paying attention to Peter Parker, his life. You know, he was paying attention to only being Spider-Man, and it had a physical effect on him. I think the same thing's happening to Tom Holland's Spider-Man. It's going to have a physical effect on him because he's trying to ignore Peter Parker entirely, because nobody remembers who, spoiler if you haven't seen No Way Home, nobody remembers who Peter Parker is. So, yeah. I think it's having an effect on him. Alright, those trees are done. It's just ready for foliage now. So the last little bit right here is just this right here, and I wouldn't mind getting this little bit done here. I was hoping to get that done on the stream today, but honestly, my back's bugging me. Back is bugging me. So I think I might save this for another stream. The beauty of making a prediction that the main bad guy is actually this weird demon thing that can take over people's minds. Again, it starts with a K. It's like Krahala or something like that. I posted it way back after when we saw the first trailer in my Discord. But if I'm wrong about that, nobody cares. I'm not a big YouTuber anyway. Nobody cares at all. But if I'm right about it, still nobody cares. But I can brag about it. So, alrighty, guys. I think I'm gonna wrap this one up. It's been a lot of fun. Built a lot of palm trees. This whole thing was dedicated to just nothing but palm trees today. But I've got some editing to do so that I can get the Planet Crafter episode out for Monday. So if you guys did enjoy this live stream, please hit the like button before you guys get on out of here. And a big old thank you to everybody who has submitted super chats during these things. Didn't get any this time, but a big old thank you to everybody who did in past live streams. Greatly appreciated. You guys keep me motivated and funded. So, but yeah, we're nearing the end of the zoo. I think that giraffe's gonna have to move here pretty soon. It's gonna have to happen. I hear footsteps. Uh-huh. I heard footsteps. Anyway, sorry, I get paranoid about the spiders in this game. Alright, let me fly on back to my hidey hole, and then we'll wrap things up here. Bust my face on that tree there. Oh, yeah, let's see, we do have the Death Zebra in here now. So Death Zebra is there and fine and dandy. But we also added, I think this was last stream, we added the Guardian exhibit, if I'm not mistaken. It used to be the Nautilus exhibit, but we added Guardians in there now. Yeah. They're still there. That's good to see. Alright, the sun is setting. Let's try to get back to my hidey hole. Running. Sleepy time. All right, yeah, I'm gonna wrap things up here because I'm also gonna go help with Rose get the her shears back, or her hoe back. Gotta hoe down people. All right, so hopefully you guys have a good rest of your weekend, and look forward to the week ahead of you. Remember, mine's gonna be kind of like hell on earth because it's gonna be tough with work. But you know what? I'll get through it. I'll get through it. I'll be fine. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I'll catch you. I got sticky keys on apparently. Apparently that's something. I gotta figure out how to turn that off. All right, I'll catch you guys next week. All right, bye-bye.